No mai, haere mai, ki whakatū. A very good Saturday afternoon to you all from the Trafalgar Centre in downtown Nelson, where round 2 of the 2024 Sal's NBL continues. This afternoon, it's the turn of the MBS Nelson Giants and the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. Hugh Bain in here alongside Phil Jones. The Giants 0-2. Phil, the Saints 1-0 in the Sal's NBL, but flip those records in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, which is where we begin proceedings tonight.
Yeah, kia ora, Hugh. Yeah, the Rapid League is taken off really well this season in the Sal's NBL, and you can see there the Giants 2-0, so got off to a couple of good wins, and the Saints 0-1, but you know, the Saints, having played their first game of the season last week against the Tuatara, obviously had a really strong win against them, and you know, first hit out for their Rapid League team, and I'd say they'd be looking to improve on their result from last week.
Certainly will. 0-1 in the Rapid League. Are the Saints going down to that Tuatara side, who are 2-0 alongside the Sharks and the Giants at the top of the Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder? Remember, the points for and against transfer over to the Sal's NBL ladder as well. So every basket counts in 2024. There is the Saints starting 5 for the Rapid League. Caslow Evans Jr. making a return to the Nelson Giants where he played last year. Tata, Plumtree, Hippolyte and Pilcher round out the 5. Now, it looks like tonight Troy McLean, the assistant coach for the Saints, will take charge of the Sky Broadband Rapid League game for the MBS Nelson Giants. James Matthews has been a revelation alongside Nick Davidson in the Rapid League. Hayden Jones dropped down from the starting lineup to get some confidence in the Rapid League tonight alongside Caleb Chamberlain, who almost blew the roof off the Trafalgar Centre with a dunk last week, and Ernie Kerr, the big man. And it looks like assistant coach Ben Sheet will run the cutter for the MBS Nelson Giants in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game as we see the Chemist Warehouse stats and the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Phil.
Yeah, look, I think the thing that really sticks out here is the shooting percentages for both teams, and you know, the Giants leading the way at 56.6% field goal percentage and 41.2 from the 3, where the Saints will be looking to improve from their 3-point shots, but I think it's going to be a real tough matchup. I think the Giants are going to find the Saints to be very physical on the defensive end, and it's going to be a good contest.
Your referees for the matinee performance, Regan Ashley, Corey Hogg and Taylor Lynch. And a few familiarities across the court. Also mentioned Caslow Evans Jr. Spent last year in Nelson playing club ball and also being part of the Giants roster. Troy Plumtree, very familiar to Hayden Jones and James Matthews. All have represented New Zealand and been at various trials and age grade trials and tournaments. Hayden Jones and Troy Plumtree went toe-to-toe in the National Secondary School final last year, with Plumtree coming out the winner on that day for Wellington College, and the National Under-17 Reps Nationals last year. It was James Matthews and Hayden Jones who came out on top over Wellington in the semi-final. So great thing about this Rapid League, a lot of these youngsters know each other, Phil. They play against each other all the time. Yeah,
look, it's just a really good opportunity for this young talent to showcase what they can do, and Troy Plumtree is definitely one of those guys, you know, super talented, athletic, physical, you know, and he had a good year last year with his basketball. I'm sure he's looking to improve this season as well on that.
And run away the Sky Broadband Rapid League game to start us. And it's Troy Plumtree who finds Caslow Evans Jr. with a point to prove today. Didn't get the minutes he wanted to last year with the Giants. Here he is in the corner looking to get proceedings underway. Bang, nails a 3, Caslow Evans Jr.
Straight away trying to improve that 3-point percentage, knocking the first one down, Caslow Evans Jr.
Oh, Ernie Kerr looking to set a screen early. Made the national news with his screen last week on Ethan Rusbatch, the legal one. Made Smashdonborough of all things. There's James Matthews scampering on the baseline on a nice reverse layup to get the Giants underway.
And James Matthews leaving off, starting off from where he left off last week. You know, had 18 points in the previous Rapid League game.
There's Plumtree, son, of course, of John Plumtree, rugby player and coach, and brother of Tane Plumtree, who plays his rugby over for Wales now. And 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for the Saints. Here's Jones, probing, trying to find a bit of space, driving, drops it off to Kerr. Will look to get to his preferred left, rolls around and drops in for Ernie Kerr.
A lovely little soft touch there from Kerr, and Saints starting hot from the 3-point line. 2 of 2 so far.
Here's Evans driving, looks to drop it off, finds a former teammate and Nick Davison instead. Puts the Jets on, looking to go coast to coast. Good defense from Plumtree. Here comes Tyson Thatapesi the other way. In front of the Saints bench, looking to go 3 for 3. Couldn't get it to go, but it will remain Saints possession.
Yeah, Nick Davison doing a pretty good job there of not allowing the Saints an extra position. Did go out of bounds off him, but didn't give up the O board.
Davison with the turnover. Here's Jones in the open court. Pilcher chasing him down. The one-handed flush from Hayden Jones.
Slightly more athletic than the old man.
Well, thrust into the NBL starting lineup to start the season, Phil, was in the absence of a couple of imports so far for the Giants, and Sam Dempster, of course. And I think the drop down to, we spoke about it, of course, on the Nelson Giants podcast this week, GI Antics, that the drop down could do him a world of confidence. Here he is again, probing, hesitation under the hoop, and finishes back-to-back buckets for Hayden.
Yeah, I think it's, for all these young guys, the Rapid League's a perfect opportunity for them to showcase what they can do and grow in confidence. And, we didn't mention this guy here, that has just hit 2 threes and got himself to the rim. Another young guy that's wanting to show what he can do and get himself an opportunity in the next game. That's where they all want to play big minutes.
There is Tyson Thatapesi. We'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
We see young Adam Barton checking in and Caleb Chamberlain taking a rest.
Adam Barton spent all week away from everyone else with COVID.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of it going on around the team in the last week, so it'll be interesting to see how the lungs are.
This is the second. Plumtree comes down with the O board, and the Saints will go again. Here's Caslow Evans Jr., son of Caslow Evans, former NBL player, of course. That's a pace. He turns the corner, goes to work on Barton, who commits a foul.
And something I think that hurt the Giants last week in the Cells NBL against the Bulls was giving up too many offensive rebounds. And we see here Tatapasi just getting to the foul line again. But when you're in a dead ball situation like this and a team is shooting free throws, you've got to come up with the rebounds. You can't give away extra possessions. Otherwise, this is what happens. The team gets confidence. They get second opportunities on offense and the score goes up. So Giants got to tidy up those defensive boards.
Bit of pressure from the Rapid League Saints, and here's Jones. Pilcher on him. They're a small team, this Saints Rapid League team, almost running 5 guards out there. Matthews turns the corner at speed, takes the contact. Ernie Kerr with the rebound, the foul, the finish. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse strike for one more.
A really strong move by Matthews there to get to the basket, and just see here the handoff from Adam, and then James Matthews, great defense, really nice verticality, but didn't box out. And Ernie Kerr going for the traditional 3-point play.
Pilcher. Nice finish and transition. Fast break for the Saints. Barton surveys his options, fires it back to Jones. Kerr with the screen. Jones rejects it, spins and finishes. Tough finish from Hayden Jones.
Yeah, nice finish, nice spin, and took the contact.
Plumtree going at Kerr. He's strong, Eddie Kerr. He keeps his position. He blocks it out of bounds. Saints possession on the baseline.
And Eddie Kerr, the concrete lay. It's hard to move that man. He's very strong. See here, Troy Plumtree, another good athlete and strong himself. And Eddie Kerr just takes the contact in the chest, blocks the shot.
Kerr with the hard show. Nice pass from Evans Jr. Pilcher on the baseline. Plumtree. Giants collapse on his. Evans gets Hayden Jones to jump. The 3-ball down he goes as the buzzer goes in the shot clock. 16-12. First quarter lead to the Saints here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. James Matthews, 5 on the clock. Going to Plumtree. Puts the Jets on, just young James Matthews, year 12 at Nelson College, and the first quarter is done here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game at Trafalgar Centre at 16-14. A close one between these two young teams, the Saints and the Giants.
Now, one of the things we talked about was that three-point percentage difference, and the Saints come out hot in the first quarter, knocking down most of the threes that they took. Just had a little birdie on my shoulder telling me that the Saints are running with no subs for the Rapid League. They don't have, I think, Rangimaria Dugumita is not playing in this because I think he's been moved to the starting lineup. We see Lat Mayan is not starting at this stage, and he's not suited up for the Rapid League. So
he's not allowed to. No imports, of course, allowed in the Rapid League. So Lat Mayan shoulder injury throughout the week for the Saints. So was listed questionable on the PSR that came out. So obviously he has failed a fitness test, or I certainly don't want to risk Rangimaria Dugumita, who is suited up in his Rapid League uniform, but yeah, we haven't seen him. So the Saints with some last-minute roster gymnastics, it seems, before the Sales NBL tip-off.
I guess that situation for these guys in the Rapid League team, now they know they've got to play. It's kind of cool way to be, because you can relax and just go, right, let's just play basketball.
Here's Davidson. He's out there with Matthews, Chamberlain, Barton, and Cohen, the Wish Williams, who exploded onto the Sky Broadband Rapid League team last week. A late call up to the squad and hit 2 threes to start his career. Davidson sees a slither of space. Chamberlain from the wing for 3, and down it goes to Caleb Chamberlain, and the Giants take their first lead of this Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Caslow Evans Jr. Oh, tough move, Caslow Evans.
Yeah, just downhill and putting pressure on the defense straight away. Gets all the way to the rim. Lovely little finish.
Matthews dropping it off to Barton in the dunker spot. Good defense from Plumtree. And here go the Saints the other way through Pilcher, who finishes nicely.
Saints
pressure from the Saints.
Good job pressuring the ball. Yeah, pressuring the inbounders.
Chamberlain breaks the press though. Again, Plumtree with some good defense at the rim.
Yeah, 2 possessions in a row. Troy Plumtree just making his mark down low, stopping the penetration to the hoop.
Pilcher on the baseline. And here he is, Plumtree in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Chamberlain with the rebound. He's fouled by Pilcher.
We see Ernie Kerr checking in for Adam Barton. Got a good contest going on here, Hugh, with these 2 teams.
Certainly is. 3-point lead to the Saints so far. 2 minutes 40 to go in the first half. Chamberlain, the crossover, drives down the lane, drops it off to Curl, tries to. Kept in bounds, well done by Caslow Evans Jr. Pilcher the other way. Finishes. They're playing fast. Other Saints team.
Yeah, doing a good job of just getting out and running.
Davidson driving, fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
See Adam Barton going back in for young Colin Williams. And, looks like Hayden Jones is waiting to check in for the shooter.
Davidson makes the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Completes the pair and takes a seat on the bench. Jones comes in for him. And Plumtree will bring the ball up for the Saints. Having a fine game so far. Fine Stata PSC. Good defense from James Matthews. Ernie Kerr coming in to snaffle the rebound. Back to Jones. Kerr coming to set the screen. Again, Jones rejects it, goes the other way. Finds Matthews in the corner for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Evans Jr. And here comes Kaparu Hippolyte, but James Matthews does well. Hayden Jones trying to get on it. Plumtree dives on it like a live grenade. And eventually the Giants come up with it, but a foul called.
It's helter-skelter stuff out there. For a few moments there, no one wanted to pick the ball up. You see here, Hayden Jones just not able to get it. Troy Plumtree dives on it. And Adam Barton just gets called for a foul.
We get the ball in. Plumtree has to reach for it. Here's Jones, one-on-one with Evans Jr. Great hand from Caslow Evans Jr. comes up with the steal. A nice shovel pass through to Kaparu Hippolyte, who is clattered by James Matthews.
Just got a little bit messy here in the last couple of minutes. See James Matthews just
expecting the layup.
Yeah.
Catch and shoot after Pilcher in the corner. Too strong, high bounce. Jones comes down with it. Saints lead by 3. Kerr waits ominously at half court with a screen. As Caleb Chamberlain drops it off to Ernie Kerr. Matthews sizes up Troy Plumtree. Steps into a 3-ball. Rattles around, and who's going to come down with that one? Ernie Kerr is. Just over a minute to go in the first half. Jones striding through the lane and called for a travel. So Saints possession.
Yeah, just one step too far there for Hayden Jones. I think there's probably an opportunity to pass early. The defense was really packing in the paint. Come off that on ball and just, you see here, Pilcher just sitting in the paint. James Matthews wide open on the perimeter. He's got to see that and let that one fly. Let that one go to the teammate so James can let it fly.
Player timeout. Called by the Wellington Saints. 1 per game.
Teams are allowed 1 player timeouts during each game.
See the Giants Brains Trust from left to right. Ben Sheep, Mike Fitchett, Tom Gargiulo.
So he's got a new haircut.
Uniformed haircuts from Giants coaching staff. Back underway. Under a minute to go in the first half. Plumtree, 3-ball over Kerr. High bounce off the back iron. Jones grabs in another rebound. Chamberlain thought about the backdoor pass to Matthews. Instead, they reset through Jones. He's going to take on Plumtree. Knows not. He's going to hand it off to Chamberlain. Steps into a 3-ball. Down it goes. Caleb Chamberlain.
Yeah, really nice play there by the Giants. Just a little fake drive, handoff, and Chamberlain knocks down the 3.
We saw our first overtime, Rapid League overtime, didn't we? A couple of days ago in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Yes, we have a foul called on Hayden Jones.
It's very unlike a Jones to question a call.
It was a familiar face looking at the referee there.
You see here,
did he have
Evans Jr. just...
a hand on the hip potentially, but...
Yeah, probably a little bit of contact early. Because Evans Jr. knocks the first one down from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line. He makes the second.
There's Jordan Mills, the GM of the Wellington Saints. Been around a long time. As a player and administrator at the Saints. Won a lot of championships.
He sure has. He really liked to point that out to me as he walked past us earlier on.
He looked up at the rafters, didn't he?
Yeah, not quite enough banners up in the rafters. I said we both like the colour blue, and he said, yeah, he likes his ones more because there's more of it hanging in the rafters.
That was good, man. Always fun when he comes to town. Jordan Mills. There's a player timeout for the Giants this time, so they advance the ball. Trail by 1, under 18 seconds to go in this first half of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Main event to come from 4 o'clock. Here's Jones. He'll need some help in finding it in the form of James Matthews. Now he's going to go to work on Plumtree. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. The Chemist Warehouse strike to shoot 2 or Hayden Jones.
Yeah, we got a little bit lost in the middle of that possession there. I think they were looking for potentially a post-up for Ernie Kerr, but couldn't get it into him. And Hayden Jones doing a pretty good job of getting himself to the foul line, where he knocks the first one down.
Misses the second and tipped out of bounds by Ernie Kurt. So the Saints will have 4 seconds to go the length of the court and try and extend their 1-point lead at half-time. Oh, Castle Evans Jr. running too fast for himself. Falls over, does a couple of press-ups just to shake it off.
Let's get some extras in. And, Giants get a little opportunity here with 2.1 seconds on the clock. And we see here
1 seconds.
TJ Gardner replay. Caslow just turns the corner and may have slipped on the decal potentially.
Too late, the 3 ball.
There it is, half-time.
So half-time, 24-23, the Saints lead in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game.
The Wellington Saints, still 8 minutes of basketball to come in the Rapid League.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good contest, the first half of this Rapid League game. See the Saints coming out hot from the 3-point line, knocking a few down in the first quarter. And the Giants managed to weather the storm and get themselves back into it. They've got a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, both teams shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Felt 2 for 4 for the Giants, 4 for 8 for the Saints. As we see the Chemist Warehouse stats, Jones leading the way for the Giants, Evans for the Saints. Plumtree's done a great job defending the rim and snaffling the rebounds too.
Yeah, he's been good, Plumtree, and you see there's been a few assists as well, which has been good for both teams. So it's showing there's a bit of team basketball going on, and Ernie Kerr always featuring in the blocks. And Nick Davidson and Jones coming up with a few steals.
Crowd filling nicely here at the Trafalgar Centre for what will be the 20th straight sellout for the Sales NBL game, coming away from 4 o'clock between the Giants and the Saints.
I know a little bit on social media there's been a bit of a banter between the Saints and the Giants organisation about the Giants selling out, and a couple of comments about, well, obviously the fans here in Nelson turn up in blue coloured seat uniforms.
There's a bone of contention with the Giants themselves, who do sell every seat, whether that season ticket holders not showing up for certain games, and they do their best to fill them as they can on game day. Also, probably a fair bit of jealousy from teams around the league, I suggest, Phil.
Yeah, well, we've got the Giants in particular do have a crowd that's been very supportive over 40 years of the Giants, 40 plus years of the Giants being around in the league, and that's one of the things that keeps teams going is the local support, and the Giants are very lucky to have it.
24-23, half-time in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
The second half about to get underway here at the Trafalgar Centre in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. The Giants looking to keep their unbeaten record alive, 2-0 so far. The Saints 0-1, but they have the lead by 1, 24-23. And Plumtree, quick first step down the lane, takes the contact and finishes nicely with his left, extends that lead to 3.
A nice little play from the out of bounds there, the Saints. Really got a good opportunity to get on the rim.
Davidson around a big Barton screen. There's Matthews and Caslow Evans Jr. would have played plenty of time last year in Giants practice and in club ball. Davidson shrugs off Plumtree. Turnaround jumper is good.
Yeah, Nick Davidson has had a great start to the Sales NBL season. Just really confident in the Rapid League, and also that's sort of flowing over to the main games as well.
Plumtree corner in front of the Giants bench for 3, rattles around, and Davidson comes down with a rebound. There's Matthews to his left, that's who he finds. He's fast, James Matthews, but he loses possession, he's fouled. And he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2. Tyson Fatapaisi called for the foul. And James Matthews will have a chance to tie it up and take the lead for the Giants early in the third quarter.
Just see the little reach there from the Saints player.
James Matthews on the line for 2.
I'm talking about these this young crop of talent coming through, these under-17 players, likes of James Matthews and Troy Plumtree, Hayden Jones. they'll be heading off next weekend for their trial to see who can make it into that squad to go and play the World Champs this year in Turkey. It's pretty exciting for those guys.
Exciting year for all of them. Still with, oh, nice pass. Kafaro Hippolyte. Another nice pass, this time to Evans Jr. in the corner. Can't get the three to go. Again, Davidson comes down with it. He drives at Plumtree. Can't finish, but Button gets the offensive ball and puts it back in.
Just like every big man should. Rebound, keep the ball above your head and go straight back up with it. It's hard to block, and good job by Adam Button.
Fatapacey finds Pilcher. Cohen Williams doing well to stay in front of him. Nice pass from Pilcher to Fatapacey, who drains the three ball. And this lead is just yo-yoing between these two teams in this second half.
Fatapacey is just hot from the three-point line at the moment.
Well, we saw him at the West Side Blitz, didn't we? As Barton almost overthought it under the hoop. The first thing you notice about Tyson Fatapacey, well, certainly we did at the West Side Blitz, was the dunks he was throwing down in the warm-ups.
Yeah, super athletic.
Super tall.
No,
man.
He's not at all. And yeah, he could get up and down. Just see here, Caslow Evans Jr., he's just crafty with the basketball, Caslow Evans Jr., and picks up a foul.
Plumtree, quick first step, driving, not Kerr, and he's fouled, so Troy Plumtree will go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot two.
You can see there, Fatapacey, just definitely not the tallest guy on the floor, and 100% was showing his athleticism down at the blitz. Troy Plumtree knocks the first one down from the Chemist Warehouse foul line.
Makes them both. And the Saints lead by 3. James Matthews brings the ball up under 2 minutes to go in the third corner. Hayden Jones back into the game. Matthews wants a bit of space. Jones loses possession. Matthews tries to get it. Pilcher gets it first. Here come the Saints. Plumtree skipping down the lane. Fatapacey for three. Doesn't drop.
Halfway in. Pops back out. Giants get away with one there.
Chamberlain looking to hand it off. No, he doesn't. Eventually finds Matthews. Cohen Williams turning the corner. Down the lane, takes the contact and gets it to go. Nice finish from Cohen, the Wish Williams. Screen from Hippolyte. And then the dive, gets the pass from Evans Jr. Plumtree. Defense from Ernie Kerr. Hippolyte's three ball doesn't go. Great box out, a rebound from James Matthews.
Yeah, very good job by Matthews on the boards there. Boxing him out and slips on
loses possession. Plumtree, watch him elevate here. Two-handed jam, Troy Plumtree. James Matthews, a little bit of bother there, I think, after that fall. Williams looks at the hoop. Great spin move. Oh, swatted though by Troy Plumtree.
Troy Plumtree says, welcome to volleyball practice, and spikes that one out of court.
You see here the fall right onto the hip for James Matthews.
Yeah, nasty those falls, especially when you're not expecting them. You got no chance to brace yourself, and he just went straight down on his hip. He's a tough character though, James. He'll keep going.
Allowed Troy Plumtree, I should say, with the dunk at one end and the block at the other, doing a bit of everything so far for the Saints in this Sky Broadband Rapid League game. 6 rebounds to his name as well as Matthews with a nice move round the back, high off the glass. Fighting for that is Ernie Kerr, but it's Hippolyte who comes down with it. Under 10 seconds to go, out of bounds. Giants possession. Matthews affecting the turnover.
Actually, that was Cohen Williams.
Oh, Cohen Williams, I should say.
Great job by Cohen Williams. Just Evans Jr. is a very good ball handler and managed to just get him into a little bit of trouble when Evans loses out of bounds.
5 on the clock. Jones. High up the glass, fouled. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot two. Foul called on Arthur Pilcher.
You see Jones here just getting downhill and challenged at the rim. Not too bad by the Saints players, but obviously the official seeing something that we didn't. Jones knocks the first one down from the Chemist Warehouse foul line.
Makes them both. So under 2 seconds to go, who's going to come up with that? Matthews, will he get a half-court shot off? He practices them enough. Can't get it to go. So 3 quarters in the books. And just a minute to go until the 4th. And we've got a 1-point game here.
Yeah, she's back and forth. There's not much in it for both teams. Interestingly there, that last second shot by James Matthews, him and his mates practice those just about after every practice, shooting half-court shots, and he looked super reluctant to actually let that one fly. He's possibly concerned about his shooting percentage.
Of course, all Sniper rapidly games are.
These Saints players are doing a good job here. None of them have had any subs, so four-minute quarters of pretty intense basketball. We'll test their fitness for sure.
The Saints clearly saving Mario at Dougal meter. But the news filtering around the Trafalgar Centre that perhaps the Latin man won't suit up tonight. And we're yet to confirm that, and we'll make sure we confirm it at the start of the NZNBL broadcast. Has been nursing a shoulder injury in the last week. We do have Malik Ben-Levy not slated to start in the NZNBL game, but also can't play rapidly due to the fact he's an import. So my guess would be he is moved up to the starting lineup, and Orangi Maria Dugumita essentially playing the role of 6th man, so they're saving his legs. We'll see. Confirm that with you at 4 o'clock when we come back for the NZNBL broadcast. For now, potentially thrilling end here to the Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Illegal screen called on Adam Barton.
And tough one for Adam there. Sometimes you just can't blame the big. The guards are just got to wait and allow the bigs to get set before they move, and Adam Barton just picking up an offensive foul there.
Plumtree gets first move going on Barton and finishing.
And Troy Plumtree just seeing there's probably a little bit of a mismatch from foot speed there and getting to the rim. Nice finish.
Matthews around the Barton screen. Hesitation on the 3-point line, finds it back to Williams for 3. Can't get it to go. Plumtree with another rebound. That's 7 for Troy Plumtree to go with his 6 points. Put it on a show in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Back to Pacey. Oh, great pass. Plumtree to Pilcher in the corner. Too strong. Davidson comes down with it. And travel called, just caught in 2 minds with James Matthews.
I'm pretty sure Troy McLean and Jordan Mills doing the best job to influence Taylor Lynch, the referee there, with both shouting out travel. Pretty sure it was, but Taylor Lynch just took his time getting there.
Oh, Matthews almost with the interception, and it's going to be Giants' possession.
And those two know each other pretty well. They both look pretty gassed out there on the floor, having played against each other for a season in club ball and also on the Giants last year.
Castle Evans Jr. playing for the famed Stoke Bears last year in Nelson Club Ball. Cone Williams drains the 3-ball from the corner. A nice find from James Matthews. But here come the Saints the other way. Pilcher determined not to slow down.
And Cole Williams doing a good job of getting back and slowing his pace.
That's the Pacey. He's fouled. The basket counts. He'll go to the line for 1 more.
A really nice move there by Fata Paesi. Just managing to turn the corner here off the screen, turns the corner, and Caleb Chamberlain probably should have stayed a little bit longer. Allow Nick Davison to get back in and off to the Chemist Warehouse foul line for his opportunity to make a 3-point play.
Can't convert. Davison eventually comes down with the board. The news in that Rangimaria Dugomita will start the South NBL game for the Wellington Saints. Oh, Colin Williams comes up with that one. Matthews, Chamberlain in the corner for three. Too strong. Under 2 minutes to go. 2-point lead to the Saints. That's a pacey. Hippolyte looking to turn the corner. Great find. Pilcher in the corner. Down it goes.
Yeah, nice find there in the corner, and Pilcher knocks it down.
I'll say it before you do, Phil. The Saints side doing a great job of getting 2 feet in the paint and finding their open shooters, as Williams can't get the floater to go.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of that, putting pressure on the rim and then finding their shooters and knocking it down.
The push off there, yep. Called on Arthur Pilcher.
Let's see the possibly the biggest lead of the game at the moment, with the Saints up 40-35. 1 minute 11 seconds to go in the game. See a couple of subs come in for the Giants. Young Hayden Jones and Ernie Kerr stepping back in for Nick Davidson and Adam Barton.
71 seconds to go. 5-point lead to the Saints. And rapidly, Giants looking to preserve their unbeaten record, but we have a foul called on Caleb Chamberlain, I believe, off the ball.
I think Caleb Chamberlain got called for a moving screen. Not really what the Giants were looking for from that possession, I don't think.
Here's Plumtree handing off to Fatapaisi, and there's another moving screen.
The point officials are having a field day with the moving screens through this Rapid League game.
Well, a point of emphasis into the season. It's been noted by the officials around the leagues. So the coaches, I'm sure, are taking note as Troy Plumtree trying to affect Ernie Kerr into a moving screen, but called for the push. And Regan Ashley smarter than that.
As we see here, screens coming, and Troy Plumtree just gives Ernie Kerr a sneaky little push. And Ernie Kerr off to the Chemist Warehouse foul line.
Big free throws for Ernie, and he makes the first. Young man from Haast down the west coast. Makes the most. 3-point game, 50 seconds to go. Plumtree. The steal affected by Jones, and it will be Saints possession.
Now, I think the Giants are potentially hoping to get that one back, but coin official said Saints basketball.
Well, they looked for Caslo Evans Jr. This time Saints. This time Jones does come up with the steal. And a 3-point game, 35 seconds to go. Early drama here at the Trafalgar Centre this Saturday afternoon. Plenty more to come in the South NBL, I'm sure. Jones sizes up Plumtree. Fakes the handoff, drives off the glass, everything but the finish.
And that's goaltending, I think. Coin official Corey Hogg calls it goaltending. You see here Hayden Jones fakes the handoff, gets to the rim. Just a slap of the backboard, which is a goaltending.
Plumtree called for goaltending. A 1-point game, 20 seconds to go. So the decisions to be made by the Giants and how they play this one. And there's the foul on Caslo Evans Jr.
We got 2 shots for Evans Jr. Historically very good from the foul line. Makes it look easy.
This to make it a 3-point game with just over 10 seconds to go. He can't, and they do call the player timeout, Ernie Kerr. So the Giants a chance to win it with one shot.
Do we see another overtime game in the Rapid League?
An absolute torture for the coaches here. Ben Sheet to my left. Not allowed to give any instruction during a player timeout. Just twiddling his clipboard. Nice to see Sam Dempster on the right. Not suiting up today again. Hopefully back next week. This is the word from the Giants on Sam Dempster. Let's see what they've drawn up with under 10 to go. Jones, will they look to win it with a three? Drives, he's fouled.
He'll be off to the Chemist Warehouse foul line.
Well, free throws has been a buzzword around Nelson this week.
And this is something that he knows that I'll rip him out about if
3 for 4 so far.
if he's
Hayden.
not successful. Knocks the first one down.
To tie it up. Rattles around, drops in, and we have a 41 all game. As Nick Davidson comes in for the Giants, and I think we're waiting for a player timeout that they don't have. They've already used it. Oh no, they get one per half, sorry. So they are going to use it now. The Rapid League Saints.
So the Giants here, I guess I've got to protect the paint because the Saints have been good at the whole game of getting 2 feet in the paint, and the other thing is they can't foul. Any foul sends Saints players to the foul line, and opportunity for them to win it there, or potentially, depending on time, the Giants may get another opportunity, but with only 7.6 seconds left on the clock, there's not a lot of time for either team to do much, particularly get a second possession.
7.6, so a chance to win it here for the Saints. Hippolyte hands it off to Evans Jr. Tsatsipasi from the corner. Doesn't go. Rebounds Evans Jr. He puts it up. And we're going to go to overtime here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Some free basketball.
No break. There's no break. Straight into it. It'll be a tip-off in a 1 minute overtime period.
We've got a little bit of confusion for the players out on the floor, having not played an overtime game before. They're asking for possession arrow.
Who's going to win? Oh, Troy looked like Ernie Kerr had won it.
Troy Plumtree just, I think if he'd just batted it back to his teammate rather than pick it up in 2 hands, he would have got away with it. But
he's a crafty player. That's Plumtree. He's had a fine showing this afternoon. So, 55 seconds to go. Overtime here in the Sky Broadband Rapid League as the Trafalgar Centre fills up nicely ahead of the main event. Jones pulls up, long two, rattles it in. Hayden Jones. 15 points now for Jones. And a turnover from the Saints.
Troy Plumtree zigged when he should have zagged, and Saints throw it out of bounds.
So advantage Giants with 40 seconds to go here in overtime. Hopefully a sign of things to come this afternoon, the drama. Matthews around a Kerr screen. Rolls around the rim, great offensive rebound from Ernie Kerr. Up with the left, that rattles around again. This time Kafuru Hippolyte comes down with it. And the Saints go the other way through Caslow Evans Jr. Tsatsipasi. There's Davidson's a bite. He recovers well. Hippolyte, two-handed shovel pass to a driving Pilcher. And Jones comes down with the board. Called the steal from Hippolyte. Well, it's quite smart, but it will be Giants possession.
Game over.
That'll do it. As the other referee's just going to talk it over.
Got a little bit surprised by the game clock there. We're too busy watching the game.
The referees are still making a decision whether the game is finished. Game over it is, so the Giants maintain their unbeaten Rapid League record, 43-41. Well, early drama here at the Trafalgar Centre, which is great to see. It was to see the Chemist Warehouse stats, Phil. Hayden Jones, 15 points. Tsatsipasi had a good game. Plumtree was the standout for the Saints in all aspects.
Yeah, I think both Plumtree and Jones did a good job in all parts of the aspects of the game. You know, so another good win by the Giants in the Rapid League, 3-0. Saints played well. You know, probably if they'd had another body on the bench, might have given them a little bit of extra, you know, some help, and they just didn't quite have that tonight.
Well, hopefully it's a sign of things to come. The entertainment that's already been coming our way at the Trafalgar Centre. Coming up after the break, the MBS Nelson Giants against the Wellington Saints at 4 o'clock. Until then, enjoy some highlights from the 2023 Sal's NBL season here on the home of sport, Sky Sport. Got the overs and Davison got the unders.
How long we got till the next one?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Are we
on air at 4? Oh, we should probably do a wee run through.
Thank you. She rang me and I said, I'm not fine. Until after the game. Did Justin ring you?
Justin texted me. The ring said that. Just say it was he approved it to his grandfather then, but he's been in there for 3-4 years. Yeah. It's just that it was grandfather then when Sal came on board. Yeah, by Justin. Tell me. Just plan though, don't change the starting lineup. Yeah, I'll tell him.
Well, I am. I've got it. watching 1-3 and Haiti go in.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
They hung in there.
And, it's good to see Colby for a minute from it as well, eh? It's really good. Well,
Yeah. He wouldn't be there if hadn't got sick.
yeah.
But he did so well last week.
He looked more comfortable out there. Really comfortable out there. Real headed. Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
It's nice.
He's got no goals.
Yeah.
He's just really silly.
Yeah.
And he plays far too upright, like he's got no base. Yeah. No, like he's pretty solid. Yeah. Like I saw him at a test performance lifting weights.
Yeah.
He's like fucking 4 and 5 kilos on some on these exercises where they're pretty difficult, but you think he'd be a bit stronger than that, and he's just not. He's not strong.
What, what's this here into that email I sent to Gus? I sent to Gus about
the cost of the uniform.
Then I referred to Marie last night. I said, you've actually got Jackson shorts still there. We should give it to someone for $20 rather than having to pay $60.
Yeah, that's what I said when you said it to me about Hayden's. I said, I'm going to buy some for Hayden. I messaged Gus and said, we've got some shorts that could wear.
Over and rewalk the card on this one here. Cream. Yeah, it should be actually be pretty good.
It'll be Ben Coleman's playing, eh?
Yeah. The old boys.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. He's lost some weight though.
Yeah.
Straight up.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
But, I think he's nuts coming back and playing.
I couldn't do it. And I used to play against him all the time. There's no way that I could put your body through that again.
Yeah, I think he's been pretty sore actually with the game.
Take a couple of weeks to get over it and play again. They've got the bye this week, so
yeah.
Should be all good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, leave it shot.
See you on Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll have more of a chat. I've got to confirm numbers for the teams because Joby's away.
For next week.
Yeah. And Hayden's going to jump out of there.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Holy moly! There's the poll, 91% to the Wellington Saints. Pre the news that what's his name, Phil? Letman isn't suiting up. There's the NZNBL ladder. Cool. So then we have games to come. Whai Tuatara from Mercury Bay Park Saturday. That's after this one, obviously. Tomorrow from the Stockyard, the Bulls take on the Rams, and the Hawks in action against the Sharks from Rodney Green Arena. So they changed the name. Cool. Starting five, Liatha Air, Dougal Meter, Harris, Smith, Milner. It's here, fan coach Coronel. Let's hear, shall we, from former Nelson Giant, Toy Smith-Milner. So that one. Yeah. Hey, mate, all good? Yeah, sure. This way? Yeah, sure. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, Richard. One more. Great timing. Alrighty. Sorry, Richard. Continue. McNaught, Ingham, Inwood, Greeder, Fotu, head coach Mike Fitcher. Let's hear, shall we, from stubborn point guard Alex McNaught. 133. Then we've got the head-to-head. Greeder and Harris. Well, in for a battle between those two. Phil, that'll be you, mate. And only one game sample for the Saints, of course. Giants have got 2. Yada, yada. Yep. Then we go back to the poll. We got the referees. Bathurst, Ashley, Hogg. And away we go. Lovely stuff.
Will you throw to me for the head-to-head?
Yeah. Haven't done it yet. What? I haven't done it yet. I'll message you now.
Can we get both teams to the benches, please? Both teams to the benches. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the hangar. Here we go again, game 2 at home for our NBS Nelson Giants. And I know there's a few blue seats that you can see at the moment, but the good news is, once again, and give yourselves a round of applause, we have sold out for the home game tonight. Second one in a row at home for our NBS Nelson Giants for the 2024 season. Welcome to the Wellington Saints. And introducing their introducing their team for the night tonight. Number 1, Tyson Fata Piesi.
What's happening?
Number 4, Malik Ben Levy.
Message from League HQ about having the McDonald's sign next to Sal's. So remove the Sal's one.
Lex Mayen. Number 25, who of course was with the Giants last year, Caslow Evans Jr. Number 27, Arthur Pilcher. And number 99, Comfortable Hippolyte. The starting 5 for the Wellington Saints: Isaiah Liafa. Number 10, Ben Eyre. Number 12, Rangi Maria Dougal-Mita. Number 13, Hiram Harris. And number 18, who was with the Giants back in 2018, welcome back onto the court, Tohi Smith-Milner. The NBS Nelson Giants, this is why we are here tonight. Unfortunately, he is not shooting up, but once again, he is here at support.
Supposed to be done by that same 9.
The captain, Sam Dempster.
I'm talking about Blair, not you, Richard.
Back on the court very, very soon. From Christchurch, sponsored by GRE Services, Caleb Chamberlain, your number 7. From Haas, your number 12, sponsored by Not Just Concrete. What a game it was in the Rapid League for Ernie Kerr.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E.
to the moon. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care what you think you got.
No mai hoki mai ki whakatū. It's time for the main event here at the famed Trafalgar Centre in downtown Nelson. The 12-time champs are in town. It's one of the oldest rivalries in the Sal's NBL, the MBS Nelson Giants taking on the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. Kia ora, a very, very good Saturday afternoon to you. Hugh Baden here alongside Giants legend Phil Jones. Always an air of anxiety, anticipation, a clamour for victory when the Saints visit Nelson, isn't there, Phil?
Yeah, kia ora, Hugh. Yeah, good to be back in the hangar. Look, when the Saints come to town, there's nothing better than this rivalry between the Saints and the Giants. The Saints just come in here and they are a tough team to beat, even on your home court. So it's going to be a really good matchup today.
Well, not according to the poll, the NextandPick.com poll, because the Wellington Saints have a 91% chance of winning over the Nelson Giants, according to the poll. That poll done, of course, before the news trickled in that Lat Mayan is unavailable to play today. Certainly not play a full part, so Rangimaria Dugumita into the starting lineup. You can vote through the link or scan the QR code if you are going to lean the way of the home team after that news. This Saints side, though, coming off a 30-point win over the Auckland Tuatara to get their campaign underway. There they are, second in the ladder alongside the Phi and the Nuggets as two of the 5 unbeaten teams. 1-0 the Saints, a big win over the Tuatara. Meanwhile, the Giants 0-2. After going down by 1 point in a heartbreaker here at the Trafalgar Centre on Sunday, Phil.
Yeah, tough loss for the Giants against the Bulls, and you know, they're going to have to regroup after that one and see what they can do tonight against the Saints on the floor. You know, having a look at the Manawatu Jets, 1 and 2 there, having just done the Southern swing against the Southland Sharks and also Otago Nuggets, losing both those games. You know, so it's going to be, splitting one of those games. So beating the Sharks and losing to the Nuggets.
As you see, the game's coming up after this one, 6:30. Live on Sky Sport, of course, as is every game from Bay Park and Tauranga. The Phi taking on the Tuatara. From the Stockyard tomorrow at 2 o'clock, the Bulls taking on the reigning champs, the Rams. And Sunday, 5:30, over in the Bay, Hawke's Bay Hawks taking on the Southland Sharks. So we're in the midst of another wonderful round of Sal's NBL basketball. The Wellington Saints starting 5, as I said, Lat Mayan not suited up tonight. So Rangamaria Dugumita into the starting lineup. Isaiah Liafa, more importantly, is back. The breaker will make his first start for the Saints in 2024 alongside Ben Eyre. That's a frightening backcourt. Hiram Harris in the front court alongside Tohi Smith-Milner, who caught up with Phil earlier.
Well, Tohi, welcome back to Nelson. Obviously, you've played here previously. For you personally, how does it feel to come back into the Trafalgar Centre and play up against the Giants?
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time I was here was 2018, so really enjoy coming back here and playing. I mean, being on the other side's a little bit different, but the fans pretty good here.
And the Saints are coming off a very good win against Tuatara last week. How have you guys sort of been preparing for the Giants and looking to build on what you did last week?
Yeah, we've just been focusing on ourselves, just kind of running through our systems, getting guys up to speed. Obviously, we had 2 players out last week, so getting those 2 guys up to speed with how we're trying to play and whatnot, and then a little bit of scout, but yeah, mainly focusing on ourselves right now.
And you personally, you're looking in pretty good shape, you know, so what can we kind of expect from you for, you know, Sal's NBL in 2024?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, I guess. I think people have known me for having a pretty high IQ. But yeah, Zico's being able to put us in positions that we can thrive in, so yeah, a bit of passing here and there, a bit of threes, a bit of everything, really.
All the best.
Thank you.
Well, for the MBS Nelson Giants, 0-2, the cavalry not yet arrived. Sam Dempster still out with that plantar fascia injury, expected back next week. However, a change in the starting lineup. Former Wellington Saint Ashton Inwood will start over Hayden Jones, and he'll start alongside Alex McNaught, Tom Ingham, Dan Greeder, and Dan Fotu. 2 imports still to come for the Giants alongside their longtime captain Sam Dempster. Let's hear from their stubborn point guard Alex McNaught.
Alex, obviously the Saints rolling into town today. They pose a pretty big presence on the court. What have you guys been doing this week to try and prepare yourselves for that game?
I think for us, we really, try to focus in on the fact that they're a very skill-based team. They've got a lot of talent, and they run their actions really hard. So for us, it was really about trying to, hone in on how we're going to defend those actions, because you can't really scout talent. So our best job is to figure out how we're going to guard their actions, and I think we did a pretty good job in this build-up.
And last week against the Bulls, obviously you had a bit of a rough start, and then managed to get yourself back in front, and then just lost it right at the end there. What are some of the positives you can take away from that game?
I think for us, grit was one thing we really showed. Like in the Rams game, we looked a bit lackluster in offense and defensive side. Once we drew ourselves into that sort of hole, we really did show some grit and some real character to build our lead, get back in the game, and then all we got to do is try and figure out how to get that done 4 quarters in a row, and hopefully we can put together a full piece today.
And you yourself personally, this is your 3rd game for the Giants in the season. How's the body feeling, and how are you feeling not having played a lot of basketball in the last 6 months?
The Rams game for sure was a tough one. I think for me, getting back into the spirit of the way that the game played, how fast it is, was real tough. But last game, I sort of started to feel my lungs sort of return. My legs are starting to return a little bit, and the concussion's definitely faded away now. So I'm ready to get after it today.
All the best for today.
Thanks, Phil. Again.
Coach Mike Fitchett there alongside his assistant Tommy Gargiulo. Always a lot to prepare for when the Saints are in town. As we have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, Phil. Taylor, 2 players there, Greeter and Harris.
Yeah, well, Hiram Harris had a very good start to the Cells NBL in the first game against the Tuatara, finishing with 28 and 11. Still got to have his second hit out, but Greeter, I think, has just improved with every game that he's played for the Giants, and the Giants will be needing another step up from him tonight. Field goal percentage, not too different, but you can see there the team assists. Wellington play a good style of basketball, team basketball, and that's why they're so hard to play against.
Well, Ben Eyre was a large part of that in their first game against the Tuatara, and now inject Isaiah Mori'oho-Liafa into that. And the options are abound as we have another sellout here at the Trafalgar Centre, 20 straight. Going back now just over 2 seasons as we see the referee crew for today, Regan Ashley, Corey Hogg, and crew chief Matthew Bathurst. We've already had plenty of entertainment at the Trafalgar Centre this afternoon in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game, a 43-41 overtime victory to the Giants. But how dearly they'd like that man back in the middle of your screen, Sam Dempster, trending nicely to be back in time for the game against the Tuatara, we're told, which is, of course, on Friday next week.
Yeah, he's a big loss to the Giants. Obviously, they have quite a young team, so he adds some experience to the group and just steadies the ship a little bit. And I think he would have been someone that would have been handy going down the stretch in the game against the Bulls last week, where came down to a 1-point ball game and gave up a few offensive rebounds in the last couple of minutes. Last sort of minute of the game, the Giants giving the Bulls opportunities to get shots away, and someone like Sam, having him on the court, may have come up with a defensive board that got them across the line. So the Giants would dearly love to have him back as soon as possible.
He was listed as questionable for today, failed a fitness test this morning. It'll be interesting to see what the Giants do with him when he comes back. Will they play a bit of Rapid League to get his eye back in? Will he go straight back into the starting lineup? That is a question for next week, as we see Zico Coronel's men. Long time between championships for Saints, and it's not that long, but it is by their standards.
It sure is, yeah. I'm sure they'll be wanting to try and get another banner up in the rafters back home in TSB Stadium in Wellington. So they've made a good start so far in 2024.
Zico Coronel back at the helm. The last time he was in charge, they won the championship. 2021. 40 years in the league, 20 grand finals. Not a bad record.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
We're in the home of the Giants today, though. And this young Giants side desperate for a win. Cheer up that ant, if anything.
He's still wearing his little brother's singlet by the looks of it.
Well, Dan Greeter is a fan favourite here from his stint back in 2019 and his endeavour already shown so far in 2024. and he put on another show tonight, this afternoon, I should say, between these two great rivals. A very special ball presenter ready to go today with a bit of blue in her hair is young Sophie Fitchett, daughter of the head coach of the Giants, Mike Fitchett, celebrating her 8th birthday today. Great to see Sophie out here on the big day. She'll get a few high fives. And I believe there was some money or a birthday present put on the line if she did a download too slow on Toy Smith Milner, but it looks like she hasn't gone for it today. She kept it professional. Good on you, Soph. Happy birthday. High five and a kiss from her dad. As the game's about to get underway, Fotu and Smith Milner contest the tip, and it's the Saints and Ben Eyre who control the first possession. The diminutive Ben Eyre, who is rapid and has wonderful court vision, as the Alpha comes down with an offensive board. To start things off for the Saints, Smith Milner from the wing for three. Greedy comes down with that one.
The Giants doing a pretty good job there contesting the layup by Hiram Harris, and Tohi Smith Milner, he's not going to miss too many of those if he's that wide open.
Aston Inwood, a Nelsonian who studied at Victoria University and whilst there played a handful of games for the Saints as Greed looks to turn the corner. We go to work on Lee after the drop step. Turnaround jumper, tough shot for Greed, but he rattles it in to start the scoring this afternoon at the Trafalgar Centre.
Tough. Liafa is an outstanding defender and just better offense in that possession.
Dugomita thrust into the starting lineup in the place of the injured Latmayan. Liafa, step back, good hand from Fotu, forcing the air ball. So an energetic start from the MBS Nelson Giants.
Maybe a little bit of rust there for Liafa, just first game back in the Sal's NBL after having a bit of a break after the Breakers season. Talking to him before the game, said the body's feeling good. He's looking forward to getting back out on the court.
So Fotu brings the ball up, sees a slither of daylight, drives, finishes, Dan Fotu. Hiram Harris was, well, simply put, superb in the 30-point win over the Tuatara, as advertised after a wonderful Australian NBL season. His best yet for the Perth Wildcats. Dugomita can't get the three to go. McNaugh gets the rebound poked away by big Tohi Smith Milner, and Eyre puts up the three. That doesn't go either. This time Greeder with the rebound. And Eyre looking to make McNaugh's night difficult. Greeder with the crossover. He's fouled.
And something that really was an issue for the Giants in the previous game against the Bulls was just not being able to retain possession of the ball. You know, a lot of positions like that last one where Alex McNaught got the rebound and Tohi Smith Milner just dislodges the ball and the Saints come up with it. They've got to do a better job than that through this game if they want to get a win. You see Alex McNaught calls for an offensive foul there on the dribble.
Yeah, 4 or 5 instances of rebound, defensive rebound coming down last week from the Giants and then immediately poked away and possession loss. Harris brings the ball out. Aston Inwood waits. Here's Liafa. Smith Milner. Again, good hand from Fotu. Again, forces the mess and Greeder comes down with the rebound. 3 rebounds already for Dan Greeder. Can he add some points to that? A 3 ball from the corner. Down it goes. And a hot start continues for the MBS Giants. 7-0 to start as Eyre looks to go downhill. Instead, deputises to Hiram Harris.
I think it's very evident from the Giants' defense, the way they're trying to play defense on Hiram Harris, who scores there off a very nice pass from, I think it was
Tohi Smith Milner. Well, smart play from Smith Milner. 3 ball not dropping for the Saints despite a few open looks, so decides not to shoot it and attack the paint, and they come away with a 3-point play.
Yeah, tough one for Greeder there. I think he was trying to take the charge and he just fell backwards into Hiram Harris. But as I was saying before, the Giants are really looking to take away the penetration from Hiram Harris because that's where he does most of his work. You know, gets downhill, gets to the basket, gets to the foul line. You see here he knocks down his, converts a 3-point play.
Converted to a three-point play by
Zico Coronel back in Aotearoa after a stint in Japan as an assistant coach for Pauli Henare, one of the greats of our league, both as a player and a coach.
And Dougal Mita doing a really good job there defensively, just moving his feet, staying in front of Dan Greta.
Davidson into the game for McNaught. Greta just slows things down. 10 on the shot clock for the Giants as Ingham turns the corner, drops it off to Fotu. Oh, great hesitation and patience shown by Dan Fotu, and he comes away with 2 points.
Dan Fotu did well to evade Hiram Harris here, and that's exactly what I was talking about before. Harris just bullying his way to the rim, and does a great job of finishing high off the backboard. See here, change, head down, hesitation, and Aston Inwood just taking contact on the side of his body. He's got to do a better job trying to stay in front. Easier said than done.
Wonderful control of his body. Hiram Harris, tall black, Wildcat, and now a Saint. His 5th club in the Sales NBL. Just 27 years old, Phil. Stints at the Rangers, the Sharks, the Jets, and a few years over 2 stints at the Hawke's Bay Hawks, and now with the Wellington Saints. Always one of the most coveted free agents.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who just can do a bit of everything. And he plays defense.
6 on the shot clock for Nick Davidson. Ben here playing some good defense. Great find though, and Inwood finishes it off. Great patience from young Nick Davidson.
Used all of 23.8 seconds on the shot clock for that possession.
And there's the offensive foul. We saw a few of them in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. This one called on Isaiah Leapa.
Just Nick Davidson tried to run by him. He just stepped back into him, and a little bit of a butt screen.
Inwood fakes the handoff. Here's Fotu. Going to work on Smith Milner. Off the back iron. Bounced around. It's Ben Levy who comes down with it into the game now. The American now, Georgia State University, and here he is looking for the first point of the game. Greener with the rebound. Oh, that pass almost picked off by Isaiah Leapa.
Like Coach Mike Fitchett just asking for a professional foul there. Dan Greta getting downhill, and Ben Ed reckons he fouled him at halfway trying to slow the play.
Leapa driving at Davidson. Good defense from Davidson. What an offensive rebound, Hiram Harris, and he's rewarded with 2 points. Great tester for someone like Nick Davidson today. Up against 2 Australian NBL guards on the Saints side. Slapped away from Harris, who dives on it, but Davidson comes away with it and have a man advantage as the pass goes straight out of bounds. Almost looking to pass to Coach Fitchett there.
Yeah, I think Nick's probably got be a little bit more aggressive and just look at the rim. You know, he had an opportunity to just step into a 3-ball there. He's done a great job of shooting the ball in the last 3 games, or 2 games for the Giants, particularly in the Rapid League, and then moving into the main games. Just here, he could have got a little bit downhill, just looked at the basket. Coach Fitcher, the look on his face.
So Ben Air will bring the ball up. 20 points, 12 assists against the Tuatara to go with 4 rebounds for the Victorian. Oh, nice action from the Saints, and great patience shown by Harris. Everything but the finish. Giants possession.
And somehow the Giants come up with it. Possibly tipped it off and it deflected off a Saints player out of bounds. You see here, nice play, great patience by Harris. Just left it short and just drops the ball out of bounds. Maybe a little bit of contact from Tom Ingham.
Greta. Ben Levy on him. Looking to go to work is Greta. Travel the call, basket won't count. Remains 11-8 to the Giants.
Ben Livy's a pretty strong-looking character. I don't think Dan Greed is going to bully his way to the rim through him.
It looks like he could have played football at Georgia State University as well. Experienced campaigner, as Malik Ben Levy, graduated from Georgia State 2019. He's played in Mexico, Iceland, Finland, Canada. So a worldly player. Also a stint in the G League as well, 48 games for Salt Lake City. There's a turnover from the Giants. So that pass tipped by Isaiah Leafa. Gets it right back, around the back from Hiram Harris. Oh, Toy Smith-Milner with the veteran play. Jumping into the contact and drawing the foul and scoring the hoop.
The Giants right now are just not valuing the basketball, and this is the result. You know, Saints are getting downhill, getting easy buckets and ones. Too many turnovers for the Giants at present, just giving too many easy opportunities for the Saints. Smith-Milner misses from the foul line.
You're not wrong there, Phil. 7 turnovers for the Giants. And we're only just over halfway through the first quarter. Davidson fouled. Can't get it to drop, so I'll go the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's better from Nick Davidson. Just being a little bit more positive, trying to get 2 feet in the paint, and good things happen when you do that, right, Hugh?
Certainly do.
Glad you agree.
If you're like me, just keep your 2 feet in the paint for too long until the ref blows his whistle and it's a turnover. Makes the first, does Nick Davidson. This is the second, but will they get another chance? They won't. Ben Ayre scampers in and comes up with the defensive rebound. Here he is, ball in hand, big screen from Hiram Harris. Off balance jumper, trying to draw the foul.
It almost looked like Ben Ayre shot that way after there was any contact.
Jones surveying his options, finds Fotu. They collapse on him, do the Saints. That pass out of bounds, but it will be Giants possession, and we have a timeout here from the NBS Nelson Giants. They leave 12-10 with 3 minutes 45 to go in the first quarter. Dan Greer leading the way. Phil, 5 points, 4 rebounds for the Giants. Hiram Harris has 8 points of the Saints' 10.
And that's the 2 guys that were tail of the tape, right? We talked about at the start of the game, having the biggest impression from the beginning. And Hiram Harris definitely a real focal point for the Giants to try and slow him down, but you know, haven't done that too well at the beginning, and then Dan Greer has got off to a great start for the Giants.
The Saints 0 for 5 from three-point land. The Giants shooting 100%. They've only taken 1 so far from beyond the arc. Ezekiel Coronel talks it over with his crew.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the Giants are doing a pretty good job of contesting shots, but I wouldn't bet on the Saints missing regularly from the three-point line moving forward in the game. Especially if they start to knock a couple down, then they get comfortable. It can be a real problem. So we see both teams coming back out onto the floor to get the game underway. The Giants ball from the baseline.
Shot 34% from three-point range against the Tuatara in that big win with the Saints. Here's Hayden Jones finding Aston Inwood. What can the Giants draw up after this timeout? 4 on the shot clock. Davidson tucks it under one arm, drives it air. Big rebound, Ben Levy.
Ben here doing a good job defensively of forcing Nick Davidson into a tough shot.
Exactly up on his tippy toes. And that three-point pump fake. And here he is, going around the screen. Foul called on Davidson.
Giants fans ring out the "I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref" call.
Young Giants fans as well, the ones singing it. Some influential parents, I'd imagine.
If I was a betting man, I would say that they could have some kind of relationship to Alistair Granger.
Former Nelson Giant, Alistair Donald Granger. That's the second free throw drops, and Ernest Kerr enters the Sal's NBL game for the first time tonight. After a fine showing in the Sky Broadband Rapid League game, with Aston Inwood will head back to inbound the ball. 12 apiece. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. It was a hot start from the Giants. The Saints have pulled their way back into this game. Greeder fouled. Go to the line to shoot two.
And Dan Greeder doing a really good job turning the corner, playing with a bit of force towards the basket. Mike Fitchett loves that. Gets himself off to the Chemist Warehouse foul line.
A torrid time from the Chemist Warehouse stripe in round one. Big Greeder missing his first four. I think finishing 4 for 9.
Special guest at the GI Antics podcast, and he heard all about it.
Double fist pump after making his first two. Good to see the fan favourite. The Giants drop into their zone as Plumtree looks to shoot through it. Another offensive board from Hiram Harris.
Sponsorship opportunities.
Good hand from Davidson on the Liafa three. Jones brings it up on air. Greeder, the shake. Too strong on the bake, and here comes Liafa the other way. Air driving, great pass somehow to Malik Ben Levy, who does the rest. Ben Air.
Ben Air with a great find. Ben Levy, really good job of just getting down the floor.
Ran into the large pectoral muscle of Ernie Curdy, Ben Air. That on a legal screen, and here he is the other way, Air, putting on his jets. And finishing, it'll go the Chemist Warehouse strike for one more.
Yeah, tough one there on Nick Davidson. I thought he did a good job of getting back, and Ben Air, maybe a little bit of contact. The hard thing for the Giants is that the Saints are just off to the races on any score, any opportunity. They're looking to fast break every single time, and the Giants got to do a better job of transition defense, trying to slow the Saints down. Otherwise, they're just going to get layup after layup after layup.
Well, Ben Air, one of the fastest on the court, if not the fastest on the court. Played for South East Melbourne Phoenix most recently after a couple of years with the Taipans. Here's Kurt. Oh, that pass just a little bit away from Greeder, who knocks it out of bounds. So a turnover from the Giants.
Turnover number 8.
7, I believe.
7? Maybe they haven't updated the stats yet. Sure, you said 7 before.
6 before. Here comes Ben Levy looking to go downhill. Instead finds Harris. Oh, Plumtree running into Harris there. Air elevates from three-point land. Can't get it to go. Another big rebound from Greeder. Fouled by Plumtree. Greeder's 5th rebound.
See him walk 94 feet to shoot free throws. See here, GJ Gardner replay. Dan Greeder just skying. He's impressive when he rebounds the basketball. Just goes up there and snatches it out of the air with one hand.
Well, we saw him snatch away a few from Big Sam Timmins. We have a timeout from the Wellington Saints.
Zico Cordonell trying to tell the referees that he's got a timeout.
So there's a timeout to the Saints. They lead 17-16 off the back of 8 points from Hiram Harris. Oh for 9 from three-point land, though, are the Wellington Saints. Yet still they lead.
They're doing a good job of getting out in transition, and the lack of the ability for the Giants to look after the basketball and is keeping the Saints in it, allowing them to get get out, get in transition, get layups, and also get to the foul line. And that's where it's hurting the Giants, not securing, looking after the basketball. Both teams in the bonus now for the last 1 minute 54 of this quarter. So any fouls we see, players will be off to the Chemist Warehouse foul stripe.
Dan Greeter back at the line. Made his first two. Misses his third. And we'll look to tie it up with this one. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Does just that, 17 apiece as the Giants put some pressure on the inbound pass. Looking to trap Malik Ben-Levy. The Giants wanted to travel, but fouls the call. And the Saints will shoot. Yet to see who that foul was called on.
Dan Greeter's picked it up, I think.
A couple of hands in there from Dan Greeter. Got a bit of contact in a few different places. So
I love the celebration.
Too much that can be argued at when the film's watched back.
I think Coach Fitchett was screaming for a travel call first before any contact, but I'm pretty sure there was a bit of contact.
Just the first foul for Greeter. And Ben-Levy gives the Saints the lead by making both his free throws. 1:51 to go. No Lat Mayan for the Saints in this one. The shoulder injury keeping him out. Fotu looking to step through. Turnover. Another one from the Giants. Turnover number 8 now as Hiram Harris brings it up.
Defense. Defense. Come on, Nelson. Defense. Defense.
Ben-Levy going to work on Greeter. Plumtree in the corner. The lid still on for the three balls from the Saints. Much to the Nelson Giants' relief. Towards the end of this first quarter, here's Fotu. Jones turning the corner.
And Hayden Jones should have shot that last one.
Shoots the three.
He shoots that
one. Back iron. Rebounded by Plumtree with a foul call, I think, on Mario Dugomita. It is off the ball. Just too aggressively holding on to Tom Ingham as they look for the rebound.
See a little bit of confusion by the Giants, who was subbing in and who was subbing out. Now, Hayden Jones had a pretty good showing in the Rapid League there, and he came off that down screen from handoff from Dan Fotu. He got himself to the elbow. He's got to rise up and shoot that. As a young guy, you still got to come in and have confidence to be able to play your game and just allow. It's okay to miss shots. It's okay to take shots, and I think these guys are going to learn that part of the process.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, 19 apiece, a minute to go. Smith Milner to Hiram Harris.
Come on, Nelson.
Tony Smith Milner goes and gets that one. Here's Liafa. Shot 47% from three last year as Harris again looking to bully his way to the rim. Aston Inwood ready for it though. And here come the Giants the other way with 40 seconds on the clock. Davidson. The lane opens up for him and he takes full advantage. Great steal from Aston Inwood.
Really good job from Inwood there. Great job on defense and then just sprinting the lane and clears a really nice lane for Nick Davidson to get to the basket. Score 2 points.
Davidson trying to chase Liafa, who finds Smith Milner. Then Levy with the offensive rebound. 10 on the clock. 6 on the shot clock. Harris steps into a three. Doesn't go. Who goes to get that one? Jones comes up with it. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action. The Giants sneaking ahead at the end thanks to a Nick Davidson bucket. 21-19, an intriguing first quarter. Could set up a fascinating game of basketball here in the Sal's NBL. Round 2 from the Trafalgar Centre continues after the break on the home of sport, Sky Sport.
Basketball banking services provider. Principal sponsor, of course, of the NBS Nelson Giants and our Hoops for Charity. So, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Marjorie first, and also for Rachel. Marjorie will be shooting for Cultural Conversations. Rachel shooting for Citizens Advice Bureau. One of these charities is going to take $1,000, the other one $500. They've got 45 seconds to nail as many as they can, and their time starts now. Boom! You guys got to count on the end, okay? The Moppet's going to be returning the balls as fast as they possibly can. Big shot up from Marjorie. Rachel's looking for one. Of course, if we do get a tie, then money gets split equally. 1,500. Marjorie's made the first. 20 seconds down, 25 to go. Marjorie's looking for shot number 2. She's just put a foot over the line. Ten seconds to go. Marjorie's up for number 2. No, Rachel's having another shot. Rachel's got one in. Marjorie matches at 3, 2, 1. Boom, that is it. Congratulations, Marjorie. Take away $1,000 for Cultural Conversations. Rachel walks away with $500 for Citizens Advice Bureau as well. Give them both a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Massive effort.
Welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre. Just seconds away from the second quarter here between the NBS Nelson Giants, the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. The Giants with a slender 2-point lead. And really the tale of the first half. Phil Jones comes down to 8 turnovers from the Giants. And the Saints really unable to capitalise from beyond the arc, in particular 0 for 12 from the 12-time champs.
Which is very unusual. I would say that I wouldn't bank on that happening again this quarter. And likewise, hopefully the Giants do a better job of looking after the basketball. You know, they've got to take care of it. It's the most important thing on the court.
Well, Alex McNaught back in after 2 early fouls in the first quarter. Saw him spend most of it right in the pint. Here's Nick Davidson, who's been a success story early in 2024. Inward with the tidy-up job there, and he earns a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Aston Inwood is really starting to remind me of a young Sam Dempster. Just Johnny on the spot, doing the right things, playing good defense, coming up with rebounds. You know, not having to have the ball in his hand the whole time, just making basketball work. Sammy probably a little bit better at free throws, possibly.
Sam Dempster on 195 NBL games. Sure will be a celebration when he gets back on for those 5 this season. 22-19, the Giants lead the Saints early in the second. Hiram Harris hits the deck. Foul called. Who's that going to be called on? It's not on Alex McNaught, it's on Nick Davidson. Alex McNaught breathes a sigh of relief.
So we see Hiram Harris here, just really good switch of the screen, and Nick Davidson just reaching when he probably didn't need to.
3 fouls on Nick Davidson, who makes his way to the bench.
I think Coach Fitchett thought that was on Alex McNaught.
And Ben Levy looking for Liafa. Hayden Jones chasing the tall black. A foul somewhere off the ball. That one is on Alex McNaught, who picks up his 3rd.
And right now, there's a lot of action going off the ball, which is which players are getting caught up in moving screens and fouls, and I think there's a little bit of frustration from Coach Fitchett as 2 of his guards pick up 3 early fouls.
So it's Jones and Ingham manning the guard spots now with McNaught and Davidson out as Harris spins, bullies, finds air for 3, and finally the Saints get a 3 to drop.
It's been a while coming for the Saints. They're not going to put the guns away in the holster. They're going to keep shooting.
Jones probing, finding Greeder in the corner for three, looking to answer back. The high archer doesn't go. Hiram Harris with the rebound. Liafa just couldn't get his hands on it. Inwood comes up with it. And here's Greeder driving, finishing. Smith Milner in good position, but had to reach for the pass, so they reset through air. Here's Liafa. Foul that time on Tom Ingham.
I think the Giants, and they're just going to have to adjust and get their hands out when they're playing defense. And this is, I think, it's getting them in trouble. You see them with 3 quick early fouls in this quarter. We've only had a minute and 40 seconds gone in the quarter, and they've already picked up 3 team fouls.
The upper turning the corner, firing a 3, fouled by Hayden Jones, and he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 3. And the Giants guards can't stop fouling at the moment. Second on Jones, Davidson and McNaught on 3.
You see Liafa go to the Chemist Warehouse foul line for 3 free throws. I think there's a real focus on the Giants' defensive end, trying to run the Saints guards off the 3-point line, but they've got to make sure they keep their hands out. Just
Isaiah Liafa at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Phil, a few rumours going around on social media around the Tall Blacks point guard, around he could be set to lead the Breakers and join the Sydney Kings. Nothing confirmed officially yet, but certainly a lot of scuttlebutt around it. Here's Jones. Firing out to Ingham, catch and shoot from Tom Ingham for 3. Rattles around and drops in for Ingham.
Yeah, nice hit there by Tom Ingham. Again, Jones could have rose up and shot the 2-pointer, but chose to get it out to Ingham.
Well, Greeder almost with the steal, finds air, fires a frozen rope over to Dougal Mita, who puts his 3 long. Here's Greeder the other way, looking to play with force. That's the rebound, but he's fouled by Harris. So he'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2. It's the first foul for Hiram.
You can just see there, Dan Greeder putting his head down, getting to the basket, getting himself off to the foul line again. See here, Hiram Harris just possibly get him a little bit on the back of the head. And Dan Greeder continues his struggles from the foul line.
Four from 6 from the line. Dan Greeder slowly learning about more of his nicknames. Greederlicious, Gridley Bear, which I quite like. Here's Harris. Fotu does well, Harris does better. Hiram Harris with a tough bucket.
Tough finish from Harris with the right hand to his offhand.
Fotu found himself with a bit of space for 3, but can't convert. Yafa finding Smith Milner. Here's Air. Great find to Smith Milner, who his floater drops nicely.
It's just a little bit flat here on the Trafalgar Centre at the moment. The crowd's gone quiet. Saints have done a good job taking the air out of the ball.
Oh, there we go. 3 ball from Dan Greeder. Well, I talked Phil in the opening around always the air of anxiety when the Saints are in town. Deep 3 ball from Liafa, looking to get himself going. It doesn't drop. Dougal Mita with the offensive rebound, and that's prompted a timeout from Coach Mike Fitchett.
It just looks like the Giants are a little bit gassed on defense, giving up an offensive rebound here to Dougal Mita. He puts it away easily. You see the Giants team walking off the court, just looking, heads down, struggling a little bit for oxygen, I think. Good timeout from Coach Fitchett.
Okay, let's go to the other side.
The Giants feel comfortably winning the rebound battle so far, 18-11.
I'm thinking maybe up in the corner.
Yeah, that'll be a number of the Saints missed three-pointers, I'd imagine.
You're not wrong there, actually. 1 for 15 from beyond the arc. The Saints, the Giants 3 for 7. In fact, the Saints have taken 11 more shots than the Giants.
Yeah, they managed to come up with a few offensive rebounds.
And missed them all because they're 10 for 29. The Giants 10 for 18. Five offensive rebounds to the Wellington Saints so far in this one, 31 apiece. Just under 6.5 minutes to go in this first half.
It's interesting that statistically how one stat can offset the other.
Just got an ant to the face. Sorry, Phil, to interrupt you. Oh, here's Danfotu looking to run downhill, finding a bit of space and finishing at the hoop.
Yeah, nice play out of the timeout there. Hayden Jones looking to run a little ghost screen for Danfotu, and he gets down the lane.
Liafa, what a quick step that was. Left Tom Ingham in his dust. Here's Ingham the other way. Fotu to Davidson. Ingham, toes on the line, so it's a long two, and it goes down for Tom Ingham.
I'm pretty sure his
You said something last week about toes on the line, didn't you?
Yeah, his shoes were meant to be half a size smaller.
Yeah. The handoff from Smith-Milner, then uses the big fella as a screen. Another floater from the big paw of Tory Smith-Milner. That one doesn't go. Davidson and Jones with the Liafa ahead, the big Euro step, and the finish from Nick Davidson.
Davidson putting out the 2 on the boards, stretching it out.
Oh, Ben Air taking all the open space he could find.
Yeah, nice little screen there from Tory Smith-Milner. Nick Davidson just jumped to the wrong side.
There's Fotu, finding Davidson in the corner. Tugomita all over Davidson. The floater doesn't go. And here come the Saints the other way. They trail by 2. Under 5 minutes to go, first half. Liafa step back 3. Leaves it short again. Looking to shoot himself into form is Isaiah Morioho Liafa. Fotu, 3 on the shot clock. He's going to have to do something. Puts up, England with the offensive rebound. He's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. So a stilted offense from the Giants, but Tom Ingham saves them on this occasion.
Yeah, great job by Tom Ingham, just getting in there on the O boards and coming up with the rebound. Tried to put it back up, got fouled by Tugomita and off to the foul line. It's a real grind out there at the moment for both teams, trying to get a score. Saints are doing a good job of just pushing the ball and getting layups where they can, but get them in the half court, struggling to knock anything down. The Giants are getting themselves to the foul line regularly and struggling to convert a little bit.
8 for 13 now, the Giants. 9 for 14 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Ben Air looks to push the pace. Here's Malik Ben-Levy. Liafa finds a bit of space, shoots the 3, makes it. Isaiah Liafa. They'll be very happy to see that one drop.
He's a quality shooter, Liafa. Eventually he's going to start knocking them down.
Fotu fouled by Ben-Levy. He just dropped the shoulder into the back of the tall black power forward.
We'll see both teams now on the bonus. Next fouls will have free throws.
Davidson to inbound. Hayden Jones thought about the 3. Plenty of space. This time he elevates from the free throw line off the back iron. Harris with the rebound. Here comes Liafa running downhill at Jones. Good defense from the 17-year-old. He'll get the offensive rebound, but Liafa leaves it well short. Foul called on Ben-Levy. Again called for a push.
And we see Aston Inwood walking the length of the floor now to shoot free throws.
Third foul on Malik Ben Levy too in quick succession, so he trudges his way to the Saints bench, replaced by Troy Plumtree.
And this is something that's going to have an impact on the game, particularly in the second half, is the number of fouls. You know, see both teams getting into the bonus in the first quarter and now again in the second quarter. You know, these fouls are going to add up, come down the crunch time, and you're going to see players that are struggling on 3 and 4 fouls heading into the last couple of quarters.
Well, 21 fouls collectively between the two teams, 11 for the Giants, 10 for the Saints. Hayden Jones has 2 to his name, Nick Davidson has 3, McNaught 3 for the Giants, and just Malik Ben Levy picking up his 3rd there, and I think Maria Dugumita also has 3. So I think you're right, Phil. It's a narrative that will rear its ugly head towards the end of the game, I'm sure.
Nelson, defense.
The Giants dropping back into a zone.
Plumtree trying to find a bit of help, finds it through air. Driving in, we're doing a good enough job so far to stay with him. Somehow gets the pass out to Harris. Deep 3 off to the left. Plumtree waiting for it. Puts it in.
And the Giants just seen watching the basketball there and not boxing out. Tough one to rebound when it's an air ball, but still got to be better than that.
Davidson looking to go around the inward screen. Does so twice. Raises from the elbow. Rolls around and drops. For Nick Davidson. Plumtree from the corner. The lefty gets it to drop.
And it is through to Troy Plumtree.
He's had a few goes from the corner, Plumtree, and finally knocks one down.
And this time the Giants do a better job of getting down the court than the Saints. Aston Inwood waiting patiently for that pass from Dan Fotu. Oh, big screen from Liafa, or collision anyways. Liafa pulls up from 3-point range, and watch out if Isaiah Liafa gets hot.
Pretty sure he just got away with a moving screen there right in front of the referee, and there was no call. And now we have Mike Fitchett picking up a foul, a tech foul.
We might get a look at it before the Isaiah Liafa 3. There was certainly a collision there. I didn't see the befores and afters though.
I think for consistency of what's been called, particularly in the first quarter with the moving screens, you know, Mike Fitchett's probably trying to make a point. Probably just went slightly too far and unfortunately picks up a tee.
Here putting another point on under a technical foul.
So Hayden Jones to inbound. Looking for Nick Davidson. Trail by 3 to the Giants. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. That 3 ball doesn't drop. Smith Milner comes down with a rebound. Yeah, almost losing the handle. Somehow keeping it. Fires it back to Smith Milner.
Not sure how that wasn't a double dribble.
Yeah, believes that was short, but great offensive rebounding positioning from Tohi Smith Milner. Fotu going to work. Bumping off Smith Milner, foul. And Fotu will go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2. Well, Phil, I talked about in the opening, I tried to get to this a while ago, there's always just that air of anxiety when the Saints are in town, the game threatening to get a little bit chippy, whether it's between coaches and refs or players and players or whatever. It's just always just that air, isn't there, when the Giants take on the Saints?
Yeah, I guess because both teams are super competitors, right? Both coaches, the teams, they all want to win, you know, and the referees are always the ones that are on the firing line. Whether they're doing, calling it a foul for the Giants or a foul for the Saints, there's always someone that's unhappy. You know, so it's a tough gig for the referees, and for the most part, I think they've done a pretty good job. Maybe in the last couple of minutes, there's been a couple of calls that they could have made and they haven't, and that's just changed the dynamics of how the Giants are taking things at the moment.
There it is.
So Zico Coronel and Mike Fitchett talking to their troops.
They have been extremely vocal right through the night tonight, and every time the Saints head to that charity stripe, the free throw line, they're making a whole lot of noise. And don't forget, miss twice, win a slice if the Saints do miss 2 free throws in a row at any stage tonight during the game. It means everyone here.
Giants shooting 55% from the field, 37 from beyond the arc. Saints shooting 40% from the field, 19 from the arc, but put a lot more shots up. So Dan Fotu at the line, looking to trim this 5-point deficit.
Dan Fotu from the free throw.
Makes the first. And this is an area where if the Giants improve on it, can help them stay in the game and hang around. Keeps the scoreboard ticking over.
Sponsored by Resource.
49, 46, 90 seconds to go, first half. Oh, nice buy. Greeder, though. Blocks Ben here. He played some fantastic rim defense last week for the Giants. And that, another sign of it. Davidson gets the matchup he wants. Going to work on Plumtree. Great pass to Aston Inwood.
A really nice play there. Got the switch, backed it out, and Nick Davidson, lovely pass.
Liafa driving. Ingham went for a steal. But the foul
Dan Greeder has picked up a foul. Is that his third?
Second foul on Greeder.
Tough one on Dan Greeder. I think Tom Ingham was trying to get it on himself.
So Liafa to the line to shoot 2.
Let's make some noise, Nelson.
Makes it first, and that's just the quality of Liafa, realizing that, you know, putting pressure on the rim brings the referees into the game. If he gets fouled, he gets himself to the foul line and takes a couple of easy looks. Misses a second, but nice work by Liafa.
Fotu driving at Harris, going with his right hand. Harris, good defense. 2 strong men going to work at each other. And here comes Harris the other way. Gets it back from Liafa. Smith-Milner. Ooh, hand from Fotu. Looked like all ball, but foul's going to be called on Aston Inwood for the push. Second foul on Inwood.
We see here TJ Gardner-Holmes replay, and Inwood, well, I think potentially the foul could have been on Fotu, but Inwood picks it up. The luxury we have of seeing the replays.
Tommy Smith-Milner.
Played a season for the Giants in 2018 to Tohi Smith-Milner. Been around a few clubs. Former Rosmini College student, as we have a player timeout here from the Giants. Won a championship with the Pirates in 2012, did Big Tohi as a youngster. A couple of seasons with the now defunct Rangers. Season with the Rams, season with the Giants, season with the Huskies. Rest in peace, and now with the Wellington Saints for what will be his 3rd season over 2 stints.
Yeah, quality player, Smith-Milner. I think he's definitely matured into a very good basketballer and an asset to any team that he plays on. Very smart, intelligent player, great passer.
Here's Davidson. Smith-Milner looking to deny Greeder. Greeder does well to get his hands on the ball and then gets Tohi to bite. Drives, takes the contact and finishes. Greeder.
And that was about 15 seconds for the Saints to get the ball in.
Yeah, smart play from the Saints. And here's Ben Air now with the shot clock and game clock almost aligned.
Want to try and get the last points of the first half in tonight's game.
Looking to extend their 2-point lead. And they'll leave it to the buzzer. 2 as Hiram Harris using every second, and that'll do it. Half-time here at the Trafalgar Centre. 4-point lead for the Wellington Saints. We have got a battle between these 2 old rivals. It is tense. It is nervy on both sides, and it is getting a little bit titchy as well. It's everything you want on a Saturday afternoon of Sal's NBL basketball. The Saints 54, the Giants 50.
Is it often that you slip into a...
And the teams make their way to the locker rooms. The coaches talk it over.
That's right. Should be good fun. Okay, we know your rugby skills.
And we can hear from Dan Greeder, who's with Phil.
What are you seeing from the referees, and what do you guys need to do to adjust?
We need to stop getting in front with our shoulders and get our chest in front of these guys. The refs are doing a pretty good job. We need to adjust definitely against this physical team.
Second half, what do you guys got to come out and do on the offensive end to get across the line?
We're just going to stay aggressive. Fitch says play with force. That's what we're doing, and we're just going to keep going at them. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be them right now. We're really trying to win this game.
All right, good luck, and let you get back to it.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Dan. Half-time here at the Trafalgar Centre. 54-50, the Saints lead the Giants. We'll be back with some stats and analysis after the break here on the home of sport, Sky Sport.
Tonight, that's where they practice at the Leyland College Lower Gym Wednesdays between 6:30 and 8 p.m. every Wednesday. And during October, they have 3 teams attending a T2 basketball event in Brainerd. So a total of 39 athletes, coaches and management will be heading down for the 2-day event. And tonight's athletes from the 3 teams attending and have various skill levels. So Nelson Special Olympics basketball finished 3rd at the last National Summer Games. And the 2 coaches tonight, Dean Skinner House and Wayne Bowen. They both represented New Zealand. Dean as a player, now progressed to a coach, and Wayne represented New Zealand as a head coach for the athletics at the last year's Berlin World Games as well.
What have we got out there? Chris Jack, White, Crockett, anyone else you know apart from Wayne? Anyone else worth talking about?
Jono, I don't know Jono's last name. He's
number 12.
He plays for the ABC.
Chris and White are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mike said to Jess earlier, she's like, oh, just be careful with a couple of booths and tables up there. I hope she just hasn't. They paid $800 to that table.
Yeah.
You don't want to cut them off. Like they're with their missus. They don't look like they're in trouble, do they?
And first ball's in.
How long we got?
By the Special Olympics team. Straight across the court. Oh! Look at that! There is some basketball in Wyatt Crockett.
Welcome back to the Trafalgar Centre. Halftime here between the Giants and the Saints. Hugh Baden here alongside Phil Jones. And the halftime entertainment coming courtesy of the Nelson Special Olympics basketball team. Some famous names out there taking on the team. Chris Jack and White Crockett, a couple of heavily capped All Blacks, former All Blacks out there, which is great to see. And welcome back in. We have a close one here between the Saints and the Giants, 54-50. Another sold-out crowd as the Giants are talking it over. And Phil, what have you made of the Giants' You know, they came in, we saw the poll, heavy underdogs to this one, 91% to 9 it was in favour of the Saints before the game, but they're sticking right with them, 54-50.
Yeah, I think they've played a reasonably solid half of basketball. The thing that's probably let them down the most is giving up, turning the ball over too much, okay, and giving up too many offensive rebounds. And you see the stats rolling through here, and Greta has really made his mark as well as Harris. Nick Davidson come in and made an impact in sharing the basketball, and Dan Greta with one very nice block against Ben Air.
Well, they are leading the way for the Saints with 14 points, and that despite being 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. For the Giants, it's Greta who's the only player in double digits. He has 16 points. Danfotu yet to really get going in this one, 8 points for him. So both teams with a couple of, a bit of star power still up their sleeves. Yet to be seen really in this game.
Yeah, I think 100%, and I think conversely for the Saints, excuse me, they've just got to make more shots. You know, they're taking plenty of good ones, and they've had a few good looks from three, and they're just not knocking them down. I think in the second half, if they get going, it could be quite a different story for the Giants potentially.
Yeah, the Saints just shooting 19% from three. Coach Fitchett will know that is unlikely to last, so it'll be interesting to see how the Giants combat the Saints in this second half. Saints up by 4, looking to go 2-0. The Giants looking to avoid going 0-3 to start the 2024 Sal's NBL season. 54-50.
And this is going to be the last play of the game. Shots up and it is through. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause, please. The Special Olympics Nelson Basketball. Of course, 3 teams that are heading down to represent, travelling to Great House in October for that T2 basketball event. Best of luck to all 3 teams.
That's a foul, don't touch him. It's a foul.
How bad was mine? That bump, how bad was the bump?
Oh, they didn't show any replay.
Show replay?
No, we couldn't see it from here either.
I literally just bumped him. That's all I did. He told me to leave.
Hopefully Hugh comes back. Ah, here he is.
$54-50, it's a 4-point ball game. 20 minutes of basketball to come. Your NBS Nelson Giants, Wellington Saints. Got to say a big thank you to everyone that is on board to make it happen. Of course, NBS, naming right sponsor of the NBS Nelson Giants. Sky Sports, ITM, Hunters Wines, Spring and Fern, Johnson Associates, Mike Perro Mortgages and Insurance, CLM, Buckley Toyota, and MediaWorks Nelson. All partners with the NBS Nelson Giants. Community partners, Nelson Airport, Fujifilm, NRDA Event Funds, McDonald's and Tahuna Beach Holiday Parks.
The second half just moments away here at the Trafalgar Centre. The Saints lead the Giants 54-50 in what has been an attritional battle so far on this Saturday afternoon. Well, the Giants have climbed up a percentage point, Phil, on the mixandpick.com poll. Who will win the game, the Giants or the Saints? Well, the 4-point lead, yet the poll heavily favouring the Saints so far. Where would you vote?
Well, I would vote the Giants. That's a silly question.
How much is that hard? Where would you head vote from what you've seen in the first half?
I think the Giants have done a good job weathering the storm, but the storm could still be just brewing from the Saints, and if they get away, then it could be a problem. So the first 3 to 4 minutes of this third quarter for the Giants is very crucial to how the game's going to play out, I think. See Tony Strange, former Nelson Giant, enjoying a refreshment in the corporate box.
Always great to see former Giants courtside, of which there are plenty each game.
Big thank you to Sal's Authentic New York Pizza, naming partner of the
It's a former Saint who's been impressive as well for the Giants so far tonight, Phil, in Aston Inwood. 9 points to his name. Some good work at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's probably the biggest asset for the Giants with Aston is the work that he does that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. You know, just putting a body in, trying to slow Hiram Harris down. That's his job. You know, and he's done a reasonable job of that. Hiram is still a competitor, you know, so he's going to get his points, but Aston's making it pretty tricky for him. And that sort of stuff doesn't turn up on the stat sheet. And you need guys like that. You need glue guys in your team if you want to win games.
Mr. Giant. Entertaining the youngsters. There's a few of the youngsters who played the thrilling Rapid League game. The Giants winning that one in overtime. Will we get similar such drama towards the end of the Sal's NBL game? We're about to get underway. Ben Air finds Hiram Harris, and the Saints have the first possession of the third quarter. Air off the screen, McNaught on him. 3 fouls on McNaught. Dougal meters 3. Tipped in by Tohi Smith-Milner.
Yeah, and Smith-Milner just Johnny on the spot. Nice little easy tip in for him for 2 points.
Greeder around the McNaught screen. Elevates from the elbow. Dan Greeder off the front iron. Smith-Milner with the rebound. Liafa thought about the deep three. Finds Smith-Milner. Well, Alex McNaught did really well there not to foul.
Really good job from McNaught, and Smith-Milner probably kicking himself, and McNaught throws to somebody in the More FM corporate box.
And he talked about the second half, the Giants not wanting to let the Saints get away. 6-point lead for the 12-time champs. As Harris goes to work on Greeder. Good defense from Greeder. Smith-Milner hands it off to Liapa. Step back. Tipped by Fotu, but only as far as Smith-Milner, who finds Hiram Harris.
And Saints just come out in the second half looking pretty crisp with their movement on offense, side to side on the court, downhill, finishing with layups.
Greeder, turnaround jumper from the same spot. That one off. Harris with the board. Harris slings it over to Liapa. Driving, trying to draw the foul. McNaught, no whistle coming. Greeder, right down the lane. Offensive foul, the call. Hiram Harris taking the charge.
Greeder just getting up a little bit dejected with himself. See here, crossover, and he gets down the middle, and Harris, great job sliding, getting in front, and taking all the contact in the chest. Dan Greeder, I think, picks up his third foul.
Third foul on Greeder. That's just one of the many strings to Hiram Harris's bow. Beautiful footwork to take that charge. here comes Smith Milner. Dougal Mita. Air thought about the deep three, instead finds Dougal Mita from the wing. Rebound Fotu.
And the three-point woes continue for the Saints, but Giants are going to have to do a better job of taking that away. Dan Fotu knocks down a three from straight on. There's a big bucket for the Giants after going scoreless in the first 3 possessions.
But then they leave it wide open. Isaiah Liafa, who's yet to find a shooting range after a bit of time off the court since the end of the Australian NBL season. Inwood finds Greeder, turns the corner. Oh, great hand from Isaiah Liafa. Here's Liafa, a whole wall of Giants ahead of him. The 3-ball from air doesn't go off the top of the backboard. Smith Milner somehow with the rebound and the putback.
Just try to lean in there and try and draw a foul. And
what a pass from Greeder, but just bounces off the knee of Inwood, and things are getting a little sloppy here from the Giants, or maybe both teams. Who's that off? Saints possession. I think it was off the hand of Alex and
the court officials look very unsure of themselves here for a good
Well, it was a slightly strange period of play, wasn't it, from both sides there? Like I said, this is an attritional battle. Neither team will be claiming to play their best basketball in this one. It's all on every time the Saints play. The Giants air deep 3 off the back iron.
The Giants just dropping back into a 2-3 zone there and almost daring the Saints to shoot from the 3.
Fotu. McNaught gets rid of Liafa. Oh, leaves that one short. There's Alex McNaught. Yet to have too much impact on this game yet. Alex McNaught, 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 fouls.
A little bit hampered by foul trouble in the first half. Didn't see much court time.
Hasn't played much basketball and copped a concussion on Tall Black's duty. Hiram Harris again showing good patience and coming up with an easy 2. 7-point lead for the Saints.
Smith Milner there just showing his smarts. Good little ball fake and finds Harris wide open.
Greeder drawing the foul from Dougal Mita. That's a 4th foul on Mani Dougal Mita. A late addition to the starting lineup with Lat Mayan out.
And Dan Greeder just sort of coming out in the second half like he interviewed at half-time. He seemed very energized when I was talking to him, and potentially he's just possibly a little bit over-aroused at the moment. Just needs to take a breather.
Oh, Fotu and Smith Milner, 2 Tall Blacks bigs going at each other then. And that'll be Giants possession. Tall Blacks all over the floor at the moment. It's great to see in the South NBL.
See Liafa here just diving for the ball and taking out Fotu's feet, picking up a foul.
5 out of the 10 players on the court right now have played for the Tall Blacks. At least another 1, 2 sitting on benches. Here's Dan Fotu, one of them. They can turn the corner, good hand from Ben Air. Another turnover from the Giants. Here comes Hiram Harris. So Liafa cutting smartly. And he's fouled.
There's Tom Ingham picking up a foul. His second foul, and a nice find by Hiram Harris here. Liafa cuts hard to the middle of the lane.
Smith Milner with a nice up fake. Offensive foul. Dan Fotu's turn to take the charge.
You see here, Giants not guarding Smith Milner, and Dan Fotu sliding and just taking the contact. Picks up a offensive foul on Smith Milner.
McNaught brings it up. Air on him. Screen from Fotu, gets it back. Looking to go to work, almost lost his footing, somehow keeps it. Misses a shot though, Smith-Milner comes down with the ball. And here's Harris, good hand from Fotu, Greeter with the steal. He's got Inwood to his left, Smith-Milner ahead of him. He takes the 2 easy points to Dan Greeter. Good hustle play from the mulleted one. And Liafa is wide open, and again he leaves it short as Isaiah Liafa. Scrappy stuff.
At the moment.
Ben Levy looking to slow things down, go to work. Bounce pass to Liafa is a nice one. The hand is up. This time Liafa makes it from the wing.
Yeah, he's done miss 2 in a row.
Nort gets past Air. Fotu just wandering into a 3. Drains it just down Fotu. Smith-Milner steps into a 3. That's off. Greeter rises above them all to come down with the board. And here is Greeter dropping it off again to Inwood. Inwood foul to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, really nice screen and roll there by Inwood, just doing the little things. Coming up with it, I'm sure he would have loved to have finished that one off. Just see here, Inwood hitting the screen, diving to the basket. Just catching a little one there on the chops as he went to the basket.
It's just a strange game, Phil. No rhyme or reason to when shots have been taken, or no correlation, no pattern to teams taking, use of the shot clock. Toy Smith-Milner just wandering into that early 3.
Yeah, I sort of said at the beginning of the first half, the Saints come out and they were looking crisp that first couple of possessions on offense. They were side to side, sharing the basketball, and then all of a sudden they've gone back into, one-out passes and a bit of one-on-one stuff, and it's just not working. And the Giants are doing the same thing. It's probably being a little bit better. See here, Ben Air picking up the 4th foul on Alex McNaught.
Number 4 is the one on.
Tough night for Alex McNaught on the floor. Just can't stay out of foul trouble.
So Davidson comes in for him. Davidson on 3. So he has to be careful as well.
I think one of the things that the Giants have been a little bit poor at is just picking up in transition. Ben Air got that ball from the baseline and just took off, and no one was guarding him until Alex finally managed to get near him, and he was just never in position to get back in front, and picks up a foul. Ben Air knocks down his first. Makes a second.
So 4 fouls on McNaught, 4 fouls on Dougal Meter, and 4 fouls on Malik Ben Levy as Greeter's 3-ball from the corner doesn't go. Hiram Harris comes down with another rebound. Number 8 for Double H. And some youngsters out there for the Saints as the foul trouble is creeping up on them. And Caslow Evans Jr. and Troy Plumtree. Here's Nick Davidson. Oh, last screen from Ernie Kerr. Hiram Harris slides it on the floor. Greeter's 3 doesn't go. Kerr with a rebound. 2-handed block from behind from Plumtree.
Inwood.
It is all happening in this game. Ernie Kerr with the offensive rebound.
Give it to Jones. Davidson. Greeter.
Greeter, 3-ball. It's going to leave that short.
Giants just not converting opportunities there.
Liafa, smart handles, finds Plumtree in the corner. That one doesn't go. Davison with a smart board. Mike Fitchett imploring his team to just slow down. Oh, what an impactful couple of minutes for Ernie Kerr as Greeter looks to find a gap. He's fouled, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, one thing with Dan Greeter is you can definitely tell that he is trying to be aggressive. And he manages to get himself to the Chemist Warehouse foul line for a couple of free throws. You see here a little handoff out of the corner, and he's just putting his head down and trying to put pressure on the defense. And Troy Plumtree picking up a foul.
Destin Inwood's on the bench for a break.
Greeter knocks down his first.
Greeter makes the first.
Double-double for Dan Greeter, 19 and 10. Make it 20 and 10. And he takes the seat as Dan Fotu comes back into the game.
It's a well-earned sub for Greta there. He's been non-stop for the first 7.5 minutes of this quarter.
Three-point game. 2 minutes 30 to go in the third quarter. Harris looking to go to work on Fotu. Nice spin move. Fotu does well. And this time it's Fotu who wins the battle, comes down with the ball.
Annie Kerr coming up with a couple of tips and offensive rebounds. Another good tip there to save the ball for the Giants.
A couple of minutes from the young man from Haas so far as Fotu's three ball goes in. Dan Fotu ties the game up with just over 2 to go in the third.
Dan Fotu knocking down 3 threes in this quarter.
17 points now for the man at Rangitoto College. Ben Eyre. Ingham does well to halt his progression. He's going to go again. Eyre falling away to his left. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Troy Plumtree. Great work from the young fella. Liafa over Ingham's outstretched hand. Doesn't go. Fotu with the board.
That was halfway down. Didn't want to go in.
8 rebounds for Fotu now in this one. Travel called on Tom Ingham.
He's bemused. A little bit bemused, yeah. He's like, oh. $65 apiece. Hiram Harris lets his team know the play. Hard show from Fotu. 3 ball from Eyre. Does it go? Ingham comes down with it. Caslo Evans trying to pick his pocket. Here comes Davidson up against his club teammate last year, both at NBL and local level. Caslo Evans Jr. Davidson, good defense from Plumtree. Forces a turnover. Eyre wasn't expecting that. He's tripped, he stumbled, but he somehow keeps possession. There's
a very wet patch on the floor as Ben Eyre just clutches his groin.
He is looking a little bit sore after that fall.
This game's had a little bit of everything, Phil. It's going to take a while to digest.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of pace going on, and you know, sometimes I think Coach Fitch is just screaming at his team just to slow it up and just get through some offense. And I'm not sure whether Coach Coronel is wanting the same thing or not. I just see Ben Eyre there just slipping on the decal and just clutching at his groin when he got up, not feeling 100.
Remains on the floor though as Harris drives. Caslo Evans Jr. 3 is off. Hayden Jones rises for the rebound. And he brings the ball up for his hometown team. Oh, Ingham gets his pocket picked by Eyre. He might have copped one on the nose for his troubles there. Ingham with a sly apology.
Giants with the side.
Ben Eyre is definitely not happy about a little bit of contact after the tip. Tom Ingham's
goading him on, perhaps.
Telling Corey Hogg to give him a technical.
Oh, Ernie Kerr just getting lost on the possession. Oh, pass just thrown out of bounds in the end, so a miscommunication from the Giants.
And these are these lapses that the Giants are having. They're just, you know, they can't afford to have them at this level. A simple play, get the ball in bounds and hang on to a possession.
Well, a young trio out there in Jones, Davidson and Kerr. And we've spoken, Phil, haven't we, last week about the leadership of Sam Dempster missing. That pass over the top. Well, it's one of the old heads, Tom Ingham, coming up with the steal. 8 to go in the third quarter here. Dan Fotu says, clear out. I'm going to work here. Turnaround jumper. Doesn't go. Plumtree with the ball. And 3 quarters in the book. Somehow it's 65 all, Phil. As this curious, intriguing game of basketball has 10 minutes to go between these two great rivals. The Nelson Giants 65, the Wellington Saints 65. 4th quarter to come after the break here on Sky Sport. Weird game.
And of course, out of the middle, GI and with the pizzas, it is the pizza steal. The Souls NBL pizza steal going to give these guys 45 seconds as soon as they've made a basket. They'll come back and grab a slice, drop it, and then go and make another basket ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Sophie down one hand, Gianluca down the other. Gianluca makes the first one. You don't have to come back until you get a basket. Have another crack, Sophie. Gianluca made the second. Sophie still hunting for the first. I know you can get this in. Come on, Sophie. Give us some encouragement, ladies and gentlemen. We want a slice of pizza here. You got 15 seconds. There it is. Good work.
77-88.
5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, go, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Have one more shot, Sophie, one more, last one. No, that's all right, give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Tied ball game here at the Trafalgar Centre. 10 minutes to go between the NBS Nelson Giants and the Mills Albert Wellington Saints. 65 apiece. And really the tale of the tape, Phil Jones, is somehow the Giants are in this game. By hook or by crook, scrapping, working hard. The likes of Dan Greeter, who's got 20 and 10, while the Saints are 5 of 34 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, it was this man here, Dan Fortu, who's just got himself into that game, into the third quarter, that clawed the Giants back into the game. And for an interesting last quarter here.
9 on the shot clock. Davidson trying to find a bit of space. Ben Eyre trying to take it all away from him. Fortu's going to have to shoot a deep three. Oh, he nails it, Daniel Fortu.
Big as a bucket at the moment for Fortu. Just seeing that hoop.
Malik Ben-Levy out there with 4 fouls to his name. Liafa, lead scoring for the Saints. Harris for 3. Doesn't go. Fortu with the rebound. Number 9 for the breaker.
I think for the Giants, if you want to give something up to Harris, it'll be the three-point shot.
Well, another turnover from the Giants. Turnover number 18 as Eyre looks to go to work. Great defense from Nick Davidson.
Comes up with a block.
The Giants just slow it down. The lead by 3. Screen from Inwood. Rocks Eyre, the floater. Doesn't drop. Ben-Levy with the rebound. And Liafa brings it down the court for the Saints. Looking to go through Inwood, who does well, but there's, again, that man, Hiram Harris, cleaning up the mess.
Yeah, just Johnny on the spot. Aston Inwood played great defense on Liafa and caused a little deflection, and Hiram Harris just picks it up.
Harris, inadvertent foul there as he landed on Dan Fortu's foot. Second foul on Harris.
Just having to respect Fortu now after he's made 4 of 4 from the three-point line in the last quarter and a bit.
Yeah, 4 from 5. Missed his first and made his last 4 as Dan Fortu.
And Nick Davidson coming off for a break.
So Nort back into the game. He's got 4 fouls. So a couple players out there with 4 fouls now. There's a foul called on Ben Eyre. Just a second for the Aussie.
Ben Eyre reminds me of a tall black great, Mark Dickel, the way he plays. He's just up and in.
Technical foul there, I think. Phil?
100% sure who that was on.
I think it's on Eyre.
I think he got a warning earlier in the or late in the third quarter when him and Tom Ingham got tangled up, and I think he got a warning.
So Ben Eyre picks up fouls 2 and 3 pretty quickly. And you might see the Giants target him here, and that's who they look for. Alex McNaught, air on him. 8 on the shot clock. McNaught trying to find Fotu, finds him. Now he's going to go to work there, driving. No whistle, out of bounds. Turnover, so Saints possession. Fotu can't believe it, thinks he was fouled.
Interesting, having a little chat there with the official. He's saying, the official said, well, you bumped him off first, so we're not going to call a foul on the arm.
Ben Levy looking to get downhill. Looked to lob it up to Hiram Harris. Knocked out of his hands by Dan Greeder and off the foot of Hiram Harris. So, again, Dan Greeder.
Just being disruptive. And Giants get one there.
Well, you can see why fans love him everywhere he goes. Dan Greeder, the way he plays the game. Oh, having said that, Malik Ben Levy just picked it right away from him. And here he is, going to shoot the 3 ball as Fotu comes flying in. Big rebound from Toy Smith-Milner, and he puts it back in.
Seems to take forever for the Giants to get back on defense. Ben Levy with the quick hands.
Greeder looking to pay him back, and he's fouled. And will that be called on Ben Levy or on Liafa, the referees?
That's Ben Levy's 5th foul. I think that might be his night. And,
it is. Malik Ben Levy will take the seat. So both teams now just down to 1 import. Lap Mayan out all night for the Saints, and 2 imports not yet in the country for the Giants.
No, and we see a little bit of a role reversal here with the Giants getting into foul trouble early in the 3rd quarter. The Saints have now picked up their 4th team foul with a 7:29 to go in the 4th quarter, which now sees the Giants shooting free throws every foul for the rest of the quarter. And if you're a smart Giants team, you're putting pressure on the referees to get you onto that foul line. It's quite a common occurrence for imports to turn up and in their first game not spend much time on the floor.
Oh, I think that's worldwide, isn't it? As you move from one culture of refereeing to another.
And just adjusting to the style of play. And
we are known for a pretty physical league down here. This part of the world, not just the South NBL, but also the Australian NBL. Greeder makes them both.
It can be quite a frustrating thing for imports when you first come to the league, just figuring out how to play.
Harris surveys the Giants zone, finds air, can't get to go again. Toy Smith-Milner with an offensive rebound and a putback. 14 points for Smith-Milner. I'd wager 8 of them are from grabbing an offensive board. McNaught trying to find a bit of space, gets the switch on to Plumtree. Fires over to Greeder. Greeder goes to work into the lane, looking to bank it in. It doesn't drop. Harris comes down with the rebound.
Just a bit hard from Greeder off the glass.
A 1-point lead for the Saints. Here's Liafa. Fires it over Smith-Milner, has to get that big paw to pluck that out the air. Air has to shoot the deep one as time expires on the shot clock. Inwood comes down with it. Every shot is a tense and nervous one around the Trafalgar Centre, and there's still 6.5 minutes to go. As McNaught puts up the floater. Harris again with the rebound. Liafa thought about 3, finds air. Good ball movement from the Saints. Here's Plumtree, almost stripped by Greeder. Air, baseline jumper, tickles the twine and gives the Saints a 3-point lead.
Nice finish by Ben Air. Missed the last couple of 3-pointers, gets himself into the 2-point range and knocks it down.
Fotu. Long 2 from Dan Fotu is off. And a couple of shots that I don't think were in the game plan from the Giants over the last couple of possessions, and won't be surprised if we see a timeout as there's a foul there on Tom Ingham. And Isaiah Liafa will head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2 and look to give the Wellington Saints a 5-point lead.
Yeah, just Saints doing a good job of making it tough for the Giants on the offensive end. See a
timeout called from Zico Coronel.
And I think Coach Fitchett was about to burn a timeout after the free throws, but good option for him now not to have to do that, because he can utilise the Saints timeout. Talk about what they need to do coming out of this possession after free throws, to see what they can do on the offensive end. Conversely, we'll probably see something sneaky from the Saints. Coach Coronel will be talking about the flow of the game, momentum, what's working well for them, maybe a little change up on the defensive end.
Double doubles for Hiram Harris, 18 and 10. Troy Smith-Milner, 14 and 10. Dan Greeder, 22 and 10. You'd have your money on Dan Fotu to get one too. Currently sitting 20 points, 9 rebounds.
So NZNBL.co.nz, you can be winning.
Well, he's really had an impact in the second half.
Not the Ant.
Not the Ant.
Oh, sorry.
Dan Fotu, particularly from the three-point line, knocking 4 down in the second half.
Well, how this game goes over the next 5.5 minutes, anyone knows. Yeah, Dan Fotu helping the Giants climb their three-point percentage up to 46%. Well, a new jersey for Ben Eyre, wearing number 22 now after a bit of blood on it. Leaffa misses his first free throw.
Twice free slice. If they miss 2 in a row, everyone here gets a slice of salad.
Leaffa makes a second to a big groan as the local crowd don't get a free slice of pizza just yet. So let's see what the Giants have drawn up in their timeout. They trail by 4. Davidson gets it back from Fotu. Down the lane, Davidson looking to kiss it off the glass. Plumtree with the board.
And you got a good look. Nick Davidson just couldn't convert.
And a big couple of minutes here for both these teams as the Saints will look to put a bit of daylight between themselves and their so far plucky opponents. Harris with his right hand. Tough finish, Hiram Harris.
Yeah, sneaky finish from Harris. Just good patience.
The backdoor cut. Taken away by Troy Smith-Milner, but Greeder sticks with it, gets the rebound, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Fitchett was about to call a timeout when that backdoor pass got tipped by Smith-Milner, but somehow Greeder managed to come up with the steal and gets himself off to the foul line for a couple of shots.
First one drops from Greeder.
Makes the second. The 4-point ball game, we see Alex McNaught checking back into the game for Nick Davidson. McNaught currently sitting on 4 fouls. Hasn't had a huge impact on the game with that foul trouble.
Back into the zone, they dump it inside to Harris. Oh, nice give and go between Harris and Smith-Milner.
Yeah, just a little bit easy for Smith-Milner there.
And McNaught's got to get it over half court. He does, just in time. As he looks for an option with 10 on the shot clock. Here's Fotu under duress from Isaiah Leaffa. Looks to go around the back. Leaffa just says, thank you very much, I'll take that. Air to his left. He finds him, he drops it back onto Smith-Milner, who gets it in. It wasn't the prettiest, but it goes, and a timeout called by the Nelson Giants.
Almost too unselfish there, the Saints. There's about 3 of them that could have laid it up at any time, and they do convert, and Giants call a timeout. Have a chat about what's happening. 8-point lead for the Saints.
4 minutes to go.
As I want to get the team
So
here.
lots to talk about in that huddle right there.
Listen, right, give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. These guys bring the Giants onto the court every home game. Mexican wave. Firstly, I've got to ask, because I know you're having a good time, you still be able to stand up pretty quickly.
We talk about free throw woes from last week. We mentioned Dan Greta. 10 for 12 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe today.
As high as you can.
Yeah, that's where they need to be. That's where every team needs to be. They need to be shooting a high percentage.
Go.
You know, it keeps you in the game and it wins you games. Free throws. Can't stress how important they are.
Saints are 17 for 20 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. The Giants 21 for 27. So both teams pretty good today.
Alongside NBS, got to say thank you to Sky Sport.
80-72 to the Saints. 4 minutes to go. Dan Fotu will bring the ball up. Back to Ingham. Inwood comes to set the screen. Ingham rejects, goes the other way. Gets Plumtree on him. 7 on the shot clock. Ingham fires, but gets nothing. Fotu comes away with it. Has to go back up. Has to be shot. I mean, not has to put it up from half court. Off the top of the backboard.
Good defensive position there from the Saints, forcing the Giants into a tough shot.
So very much advantage Saints with 3:30 to go and an 8-point lead. Looking to go 2-0 on the season of the 12-time champs. Giants had the early win in rapidly. Oh, nice pass from Liafa to Plumtree. Rebound by Inwood as McNaught has hit the deck pretty hard.
Well, I think he may have taken...
second week in a row?
Yeah.
He may have taken a knee to where
crown jewels.
Knees aren't supposed to go. Right smile from his teammate, Aston Inwood, as he stands over him.
You see here, Troy Plumtree just probably a little bit unlucky not to pick up a foul. Alex McNaught is definitely feeling a little bit ginger. It's been one of those games for him tonight. He slumps down into his chair on the sub bench.
Well, that's a meme if ever I've seen one. Sure, we'll see that on Giants or Saints socials throughout the week. The two social teams trading barbs in the week as well, which is good to see. Ben here is not giving Nick Davison any time or space as Ingham's three-pointer goes up, doesn't drop. Who's going to come down with that? Troy Plumtree doing really well, and it will be Saints possession.
And Tom Ingham having a look from the three-point line, but Saints doing a great job of just closing it down and making it a real tough possession from the three.
Smith-Milner finding Liafa. Serves the corner, drops it off. Smith-Milner. Good two-man basketball between the tall black pairing.
And that's how you play pick and roll handoff basketball right there.
A loopy pass over to Ingham. And Davison gets it back, looking to go to work on Plumtree. Up with his left hand, just can't get it to go. Smith-Milner lays out and comes up with possession.
The Giants just struggling to score at the moment. Saints doing a great job on the defensive end. Just a football from Dan Greta.
Well, just 7 points so far in this fourth quarter for the Giants.
And, ball's disappeared under one of the signs. Didn't look like really any of the crowd wanted to help out and get it back. Giving both teams a bit of a chance to have a breather.
Yeah, travel is the call. Troy Plumtree jumped in the air and landed on the court before passing the ball.
Yeah, inbounding, you're not meant to take any steps. You're meant to stay in position. And
not a call you often see. We'll just add it to what has been a pretty strange game so far. Fotu, good ball movement from the Giants. Greeter, the Giants barely need that to drop. It doesn't, but who's going to come down with it? Ben Ayres. Foul by Ingham.
And the Giants are going to have to start thinking about racking up a couple of fouls at the moment. They've got only 2 team fouls, a minute 55 to go. Free throws are going to be important. And Coach Fitchett making a strategic sub here to get players into foul.
Hayden Jones coming in for Aston Inwood, and they are looking to foul, and Jones does just that to Hiram Harris. It becomes a chess match late in this fourth quarter. And again, Jones used the foul air early. And now told to back off. Both teams shooting free throws for the rest of this game whenever there's a foul. Ben Ayre brings the ball up. Smith-Milner finds Liafa. Great pass to Harris, checks his footing. Puts the ball on the floor. Here's Liafa. Oh, another beautiful pass. Isaiah Liafa putting on a show out there.
Yeah, Dan Fotu was chasing him around like crazy, and Liafa was just going, no, I'm too fast here. And great no-look pass. Knew Harris was going to be there.
Back to the action, Alex McNaught back into the game. Here's Fotu. Finds McNaught, catch and shoot for 3. McNaught can't get it to go. This time Aston Inwood comes down with it. Ingham for 3 from the corner. Well, the Giants can't buy a bucket in this fourth quarter. Just 7 points in 9 minutes. The Saints have put the clamps on. Liafa, what's he going to pull out of his bag of tricks this time? Back to Smith-Milner. That one doesn't go.
McNaught with some shifty work and then just turns the ball over trying to flip it out to the corner. And Ben Ayre just taking some air out of the ball.
Plumtree in the corner, that doesn't go. The shooting woes continue. 5 for 39 from beyond the arc, but it won't matter tonight for this Wellington Saints team, who will improve to 2-0. As the Giants' offense just, well, disappeared during the fourth quarter. Greeter will go to the line, but it will be too little too late.
Opportunity here for Dan Greeter to pad them a little bit. Just close that gap up. As we know, every point counts in the Sal's NBL this year.
Dead right, Phil. Every basket counts in 2024. 11 teams, 6 go to the playoffs. So plenty of time for this Giant side, who will go to 0-3 with this loss. Caleb Chamberlain put into the game for 20 seconds of NBL action. There's Liafa. Look to dribble it out, Willie, if the Giants let him.
Everyone's just a little bit unsure of what to do.
Dougal meters 3, doesn't go. Harris again with an offensive rebound. That one ends up as Giants possession.
You may see a player timeout here, potentially.
Hiram Harris, 22 and 11. Troy Plumtree's played well in both games, Phil. the Rapid League and then the Sales NBL, the young man?
Yeah, he's been impressive, particularly in the second half of this game. He's played quite a big portion of it, and he's done a good job defensively, and just in the offense, just done what he's needed to run through the offense and get his teammates open. Had a few looks that haven't gone down for him, but they've been good looks. So yeah, he's had an impressive game.
Is where you can hit.
The Giants take a player timeout so they can advance the ball and look to
NZNBL.co.nz.
tack another extra few points to the 4 column on the Sales NBL ladder, which despite the what will now be 3 losses, is still in the positive thanks to the Rapid League and the system. So that'll do it here in the Trafalgar Centre. The Wellington Saints win by 9, 84-75. And improved to 2-0 on the season. Cavalry needed for this Giants side, you'd say, as the offense put up just 25 second half points, 10 points in the 4th quarter. Sam Dempster to return and 2 imports to arrive. Will they be here in time for the Auckland Tuatara on Friday? That's yet to be seen. For the Saints, they go 2-0, and that without a couple of players of their own, with Latmayan, who impressed against the Tuatara, missing this game through injury. Still a couple of players to add as well. So the Saints are looking dangerous in 2024. And we can head over Phil, who's with one of their most dangerous men, Hiram Harris.
Here with Hiram Harris. Hiram, 3 quarters, 65 all. What was said at the quarter break to go into the 4th quarter for you guys?
We just talked about the grind and how we need to embrace it rather than run away from it. I think we did a good job coming out in that. We had a stretch where we were just getting stop, score, stop, foul, and that's something we really want to do, especially against a good team like the Giants.
Impressive game from yourself. Obviously coming off a pretty good season over in the Aussie NBL. What are you most pleased about with your game at the moment?
I think just being a lot more aggressive. I think Zico's done a pretty awesome job of setting the tone early and just putting the ball in my hands a lot and just having trust that I can make plays, and it's kind of worked out for us in the first 2 games.
Don't tell him yet. Oh, well done on the win, and all the best for the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Hiram. Plenty to talk about for the Giants side. Sam Dempster leading the talk there. They fall to 0-3 on the season. Jan Greta, Dan Fotu leading the way for them. Hiram Harris, what a game he had, and Toy Smith-Milner. All 4 of those in double-double territory tonight. Isaiah Liapa looked to shoot himself into form. He ended up with 18 on a poor shooting night, but still played a big part in the victory. His passing, phenomenal. As the Saints outlast the Giants in a stilted battle here, Phil, at the Trafalgar Centre.
Yeah, she was a bit of a stop-start battle there for a while, and the Saints definitely outlasted the Giants. And I think something the Giants can take away from the last couple of games is they have competed very well with a bit of an undermanned squad and some players still to come. So, I think some improvement from them we'll see in the future.
From 6:30, the Fire take on the Tuatara from Tauranga this evening on Sky Sport. To the Stockyard tomorrow at 2 o'clock, the Bulls take on the reigning champs, the Rams, and the Hawks back in action tomorrow, 5:30, taking on the Southland Sharks. Well, that'll do it from the Trafalgar Centre as the Giants say thank you to their fans. 20 straight sellouts here, not the result they wanted. 84-75, the Saints lead. And from all of us here at the Trafalgar Centre, see you next time. It's from 6:30. Stick with us on Sky Sport. There's more Sales NBL basketball coming your way.
Weird game. Hey guys, how's it going? All right, buddy. All right, you well? Good, yeah. Hey, you guys got a Sharpie by any chance? I want to get autographs on the ball for the guys. The boys should have them. The players are normally given them.